Yes, people. Hold on, let me turn this down a bit. You all ready for this shit? You all ready for this shit, mate? We're hitting 50 viewers straight off the bat. I haven't even started. We have got a man like Samson in the chat ready to go for this shit. It's going to be fucking lit as fuck. I know there's a lot of people who've got a lot of questions for him. We are going to try and get through any questions we can that aren't drama related, because this is not what the show's about. We're trying to get the story of the Africans out. This is what you guys asked for, remember? I'm doing this for you guys and for me as well, man. I really want to know this story. I'm fucking really intrigued on how this all started and where it all came from. And obviously these boys were at the start of GTA modding, so let's get into it in a minute, man. We're going to finish this tune off and then I'm going to get Sam in here and we're going to wreck this shit. Shane Stanford, morning. Nice. Anyone that's in Oz right now that has got up for this stream, massive respect for you, including Sam. It's fucking 9 o'clock in the morning for that boy. So massive respect to everyone that's turning up from Oz. Big massive respect for you guys. So thank you very much. But we're going to do a couple more transitions, listen to a tad more music, and then we're going to get fucking on this, people. We're going to get this shit pumping. Don't forget, everyone, share the stream out. Share it, like it, fucking throw it out. Every fucking place that you haven't seen the stream. I know I auto-share to about 20 Facebook groups now and my own profile and shit like that, so that's cool. But share it out, man. Share it out to every fucking... Yeah, we've got North in the fucking building, like it. CJ Savage, Stephen, Mega SMOD crew in the fucking house. I love you all, man. Big ups. And I'm sure you're all as ready for this shit as I am. So I'm going to let you have some more music and then we're going to crack on with this shit. Alright, people? Big ups, one love.
nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon.
Okay, we checked all four systems and the
Well then, people, it is that time. You asked, I delivered. It's time for this shit. Are you ready? Are you ready for this shit? Oh yeah, we've got an African in the fucking room. I think it's time to get this man in. We all know who he is. He is Sam Williams, aka Samson. He is one of the very first Africans. So I suppose it's time to unmute him and let him jump in this stream. 1, 2, 3. Is he there? Is he there? This is the question now. Uh-oh. Hello, Sam.
Good day, everybody.
Holy fuck, I got an African live on stream, bitches. This is what I'm talking about.
Fine morning.
Fine morning for you, man. Thank you for waking up so early to meet my schedule, dude.
Nah, it's alright, mate. I'm happy to be here.
Mate, this is groundbreaking shit that we're doing right now. Is that not right?
Well, yeah, we've never gone really public with anything before. We've never done any interviews or anything like that.
Well, mate, there's loads of people got loads of questions, but what we're going to do is we're going to hold fire on your guys' questions for a bit because we've got a lot of shit to cover and we've got 4 hours of this stream to do it in. So, you down for doing this, bruv? Shall we start this shit?
Yeah, mate.
Cool,
Let's
cool,
get
mate.
into it.
Well, we'll start off with the old famous question, which is who are you and what the fuck do you do, my mate?
Alrighty, well, who I am, I'm Samson. I've probably gone by a few aliases over the years, but Samson's really the name I started with. Just a nickname I was given. But, yeah, what I do, I don't know. At the end of the day, I just consider myself a true blue modder. I'm nothing special, I'm no hardcore coder, but I've been doing this for quite a long time, and yeah, it's been a big journey.
Quality, mate. Quality. So, I mean, so in that journey, so did you start with the Africans, or is that something that formulated as you were going, or?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll kind of start back how everything just kicked off. Back in 2008, GTA IV came out on 360.
Yep.
And,
we all remember those days.
Yeah, days. But late 2008, some people started ISO modding that game, and it was very, very low key, very hush hush. And I ran into some of those boys in the early days when there was probably only 20 or 30 people modding, and some of the Aussies were pretty big into it back then. There was like a crew called TK, and it had like Rooted Blade and Barry's crew and a few other boys and Deathbat and different people. And I won't even lie, the first time I modded, I actually was probably early 2009. I was actually sent some discs. Like, that's how private everything was. Like, I actually just got sent a couple of discs, and
What, actually in the post?
yeah, like literally
Fucking pre-burnt discs, fucking hell.
Pre-burnt discs back in the day before like anybody was trying to tell anybody how to burn discs, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Do anything really. So I got 2 discs sent to me, and that was really the beginning of all of this. Then within a few weeks I wanted to do my own thing, so I went and bought a DVD burner, one of those light-on ones, and started buying the bloody, you know, those verbatims, the DVD Plus R rewriteable, expensive things.
Oh yeah.
Started buying them and burning discs up, and
yeah, definitely
modifying the ISO files, and yeah, it was a good experience. There was not many people. It was really early days.
Very early days of GTA modding. So, had you done anything modding before GTA, or did you? You say you're
USB.
Yeah.
Like, I think everybody pretty much started with USB modding some form
definitely.
of
Well, mate, I went the completely opposite way. I started by RGHing and giving it to my brother. It was a bit of a weird way to start my career in the modding scene. It was a bit weird altogether.
Jump in the deep end.
Yeah, I did, mate. I did. I did it completely the wrong way around. Like, I was, a fanboy of fucking Executor, and that's what I did. Like, you know what I mean? That was my thing.
Well, I guess it depends. Like, when did you start getting into it?
I'm trying to think when first. I mean, I've always torn shit apart and tried putting it back together, and you know what I mean. Like whether it was a stereo when I was 6 years old, or you know what I mean.
That's me, man. As a little kid, I was the kid outside blowing PowerPoints out because
exactly, mate. Exactly, that was me.
Yeah. Together.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Definitely. Yeah, but I can't even.
I think it was just the fact that I happened to be there at the right time. Like, if I had came into this community in 2011, I probably just would have went straight to a RGH. But because I just happened to be there at the right time,
yeah,
I mean, getting on GTA IV right near the start, and
yeah, back when we were using fucking discs to unlock trays and shit.
Yeah, like it was back in the days when we had the mod killers. Like there was no, this was before freeze cars and everything. We had guns that could kill different modders, and it was all that stuff, and people were freezing each other with Molotovs and all this. But I modded GTA.
Said he can't really. What I'm going to do, mate, is I'm going to cut the music because they said they can't really hear you. So I'm going to cut the music. It's alright. I'll just whack the music off in the background so it's nice and quiet. And I've turned you up, and I'm going to turn you up in here a second, just so people aren't whinging too much. User volume.
Yeah, I've got the stream muted, so I can't hear myself.
Yeah, mate, that's the best way to do it. But it's all good. I just keep an eye on the comments, and people say they can't hear it. Can you turn them? Yes, I've just done that. It's all good. It should be better. What percentage did I just put you on? 140%. So you've got a bit of extra kick now as well, mate. All good.
Beautiful.
Right, sorry. It's good. best to make the people happy. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, sound.
Yeah, basically it was probably like 2009 when everything really started kicking off, and it was a good year and a half before script menus ever touched a console.
Yeah.
Everybody was just running around going nuts. This was basically the early days when people started to DDoS and things like that. Everything was really new.
Yeah. But
it was great fun. I think the worst thing was when you'd burn a disc and it wouldn't work, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
You'd be spent $5 a disc or something.
Yeah, those verbatims were eating through my wallet at one point, definitely.
Then JTags came along and people were able to test.
Yeah.
And like X-Key came along, people loved that too for testing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that didn't really take off as much as what I thought it would, you know. I was quite surprised, because it sort of died a death, didn't it? Well, they were going to make it so you could replace your disk drive with a straight hard drive, weren't they, at one point?
There was a few different exploits. I think before they brought the X-Key out, there was something like the Wasabi or something like that. There was a HDD emulator as well.
Yeah.
And then they brought along the X-Key. I know they had a few problems with the X-Key, like people had them corrupting.
Right.
Losing things. I'm not sure if they had little issues, but yeah, it's weird. I know a handful
one of those
of people.
Bits of kit I always wanted but never got my hands on, like, you know what I mean?
That was basically how I was. Like, I liked they had a little screen that you could control it with, a little add-on screen.
Yeah, it's a cool little device, wasn't it?
But yeah, I won't even lie, I never flashed a console or anything. Never had a flashed console.
Really?
I've got the original console I hot swapped on for like 3 years.
Wow, hot swapping.
Still works.
That is,
the drive needs a little bit of love.
For people that doesn't know what hot
up.
swapping is, that means you've got the disc tray open and you take out a legitimate disc and put in a hacked disc and then play it. It was the dodgiest hack.
Out while it's moving and chucking the magnet back on it, basically.
Yeah, that was a dodgy as fuck hack, wasn't it?
You were either good at it or you would destroy discs, basically.
Yeah. Definitely. No, as soon as fucking what's his name put out the firmware for that disc tray, it did save a lot of discs for a lot of people, definitely.
Yeah, well, as soon as we got Light Touch 3.0, everybody was like, yeah.
Yeah, oh mate, we won. When that came out, we won. That was the silver bullet to end Microsoft's fucking reign of terror.
I believe we never needed a firmware update after that. They never tried to patch that or anything.
Mate, they had no choice, did they? It was game for them, definitely. But I mean, I suppose what I should do very quickly now is I'm going to switch over to my PVR. You should still be in chat and shit on there, but I'm going to switch over to PVR because we're obviously going to be talking about where you are now with what menu you're part of now and shit like that. So we're going to pull that up now, and that should be on screen. So now we've got the GTA 5 engine on screen, which is made by Africans, and obviously you're an African. Are you a developer for the menu, or a tester for the menu, or like you said, you're not much of a coder, but I mean you've been involved with them for a long time.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not going to sit there and say that I'm a coder, but in saying that, the people that, again, I'm not here to hate on anybody, but the people that claim they're coders, I probably know 10 times more than, you know, all of them stuck together at the end of the day, because I have been here pretty much longer than anybody. Like, even people like Chrome, like, back in the day, Chrome loved his Forza. Anybody that followed Chrome SMODS will know that he loves his racing games, and that was his passion.
Yeah.
But to answer that question, really, I guess we've got to step back a little bit, and I've kind of got to get up to that point, because it'll kind of explain things a bit better than me just saying, I do this or I do that.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the second thing I modded, really. It'll get to GTA fairly quickly, but yeah. I've always loved zombies. So we did a Call of Duty World at War back in the day. I think quite a few people modded that. We loved the old Nazi zombies.
Yeah, that was a heavily modded game, definitely.
And me and Chrome have known each other for a bit, but yeah, then we eventually became mates, and he was big into the Forza scene, him and Defect, making their Project Underground and different things like that.
Mate, I took that mod and I ran with it because they had the coloured smoke for the wheels, and I was like, they haven't got a SMOD green. So that was the first thing I did. I took their mod and I ran with it. I changed one of the colour. I think I changed white, so it went from white to green, and now I've got SMOD green on my Forza 4, so, and Forza 3 as well.
No, that's the way.
Yeah,
yeah, they did a pretty good package, those boys. They
mate,
even
down to the fucking loading screen at the start, like that was a fucking sick little touch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the Project Underground.
Yeah, fucking sick little touch, mate. I love that. That's well cool.
But basically, me and Chrome, you know what I mean, started getting closer and hanging out and doing our things, and he never touched GTA back in the day. I'd been modding GTA for probably a year and a half, and he was all about Forza.
Yeah.
So he showed me some of the things about Forza, and I actually introduced him to the basics of GTA, showed him how to burn discs and modify the RPFs and DLCs, and he just took off like a rocket.
Yeah.
Like, before I could show him all the basics of just ISO stuff, I think within like 6 months, scripts, the first script was released. And it was funny because when the first script was released, it was we all had to go out and buy keyboards.
No way.
Because it wasn't an on-screen menu. Everything was controlled by a keyboard input. So like God mode would be like, let's just say for example G or something.
Yeah, of course.
So everybody went and bought USB keyboards to plug into their 360s. And then we had the first menu with an interface, like the first drawn menu.
Is this the one that I've got the link for? Yeah. This is the first. Is it GTA Fucker? Or is it called or something?
No, that was that's on IV. Oh,
right.
Sorry, that's on V. This is still IV.
Oh, you're still on IV. Sorry. I'll shut up for a second.
That's alright. So that was basically the early days of scripts on IV, and then we got script loaders on IV. And that's one thing that probably was still to this day done better than on V. On V they're pretty ghetto, the script loaders, but on IV we had some really nice script loaders. But Chrome went pretty ham on there, released all his 4.0 gold stuff, and yeah, it was a good ride.
Definitely, man, definitely.
But then
the darkness is over.
Good thing about GTA is they keep you going until the next game comes out. Like we got the Ballad of Gay Tony, and we had the Lost and Damned.
Yeah.
But then GTA V.
A couple of the worst GTA add-ons ever, I must say.
Oh yeah.
They were terrible.
They were just good for the weapons, really, and the vehicles.
Yeah. It was DLC, wasn't it?
So basically, then V came along, and I won't even lie, I had my console offline. Like, there was no point in me keeping a console online when I wasn't using it. And this was back in 2013 when we weren't really lasting.
Yeah.
So there's no point in me putting key vaults on it unless we could utilise them.
Yeah.
So one day I'm just playing with a couple of mates, and Chrome joins my game. Like, he told me he was up to something, but one day he joined my game, and he's like, "Yo, check this out," and he teleported me, and did explosions on my coordinates, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
This boy's
And,
in.
Yeah, sorry if I can't swear on the stream. I
No, that's absolutely fine.
don't know the rules.
We're after Watershed in the UK. That's all I'm worried about.
But yeah, he's like showed me the first few features, and he's like, "We need to get you back online," because we did most things together. And yeah, he got me back online. It was a tiny little menu, no background. You've actually got a video you can chuck up later that'll show the public
Yes.
what it looked like.
Yeah. What I'll do is
Me and him.
once the stream's finished, I'll whack that into the description for you guys, so you can go back and check that out whenever you like. All right, so that's
And that's
kinda
a video directly. Is it did you download it, or is that just?
I haven't downloaded it. I'll just post Chrome's old link from before he left the scene.
That's awesome, because they can see the upload date. I
Exactly.
think it was May 2014. Way
Yeah,
probably.
I watched it this afternoon. I did consider putting it on the stream tonight, but I'm not one to take people's content that I haven't had permission directly from. So we'll post the link afterwards, and then you guys can go back and have a look at it.
Oh, it's all good. Everybody will get to see yeah, the early days, because people didn't even see modifications on console till probably 6 months after that.
Mm.
And yeah, basically Chrome got me on the console, and we started developing things, working on things. Like, have you seen that bumper car that we used in that video, the little white one?
Yes.
That was it. That was the first funny car ever made on GTA V.
Yeah. And that's still in the engine now, isn't it? I think.
It's
Yeah.
still in the majority of menus, and we'll get to that. We'll get to the reason why it's still in the majority of menus.
Brilliant.
But yeah, that was the first ever funny car, and that consisted of me and Chrome standing in an intersection and spawning just basically everything related to vehicles. We basically had a salvage yard in the middle of a intersection, just car parts, motors, things all over the place.
just spawning random.
And we
shit,
just found
man.
what we wanted. We found a motor. We found that unrendered bumper car, and we were like, And we found the Comet. We
There we
attached
go.
it to the Comet originally.
I'm just showing that off live on stream right now as you speak. Actually, it's fucking yeah.
But there's some crazy stuff like I was the first ever people. Do you remember when all of the supposed this is a bit of a touchy subject possibly, the supposed like rape kind of stuff was going on GTA, basically the animations, and people were complaining about it, and there was girls on the news saying that it was all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh mate, yeah.
And it was
people overreacted to that shit. It's an over 18s game.
At the end of the day, anybody that's done the animations, your character doesn't even touch the other character.
No.
And the funny thing is, I was the first ever person to have that animation put on. I still remember me and Chrome on a bit of grass. He attached to me, and we were checking out the animations. Same goes for like the little piggyback one that we had. So it's pretty funny that people complain, because if anybody's the original rape victim, it would be me.
Oh dear, mate. That's a live admission on stream.
Yeah.
Well, Samson has
kind of
just
laughed about that.
Samson's just published to the 78 people watching that he was the first ever rape victim.
Oh, I'm the original GTA rape victim, basically.
There you go. Heard it here first. This is really groundbreaking stuff, because I know you boys are quite secretive in the way that you go about your business and stuff like that. I mean, I know you've been a lot more public since. I mean, I know you've seen the modding scene move from Samson's onto Facebook, and everyone's sort of like a bit like, oh, do we have to go on Facebook? You know, what I mean, it's dying off in other areas, but it's staying strong in Facebook at the moment. Anyway, I mean, I don't know, it might move on to Discord, it might move on to something other platform, but it just seems that Facebook is the way forward for this sort of shit at the moment.
Again, that's something I didn't mention, but yeah, when I ran into all those boys back in 2009 on GTA IV, they introduced me to Seven Sins, and Seven Sins was completely like underground at that point. Hardcore modding forum. There was no real general discussion. It was basically the place to be, and now it's basically just a place you don't want to be. Pretty much, it's just everything's pretty much moved to Facebook, and that's something we didn't catch on till about 2015 at some point. We're like, oh, well, what's going on? The forums are dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I noticed
So,
it very early on, which I suppose I was quite lucky because of, I mean, obviously you know my history. I used to work with Stalio and The Purge and all that shit, and it was very much a Facebook orientated menu that when it was being pushed, if that makes sense, back when I started with Purge anyway. But it just seemed that Facebook has got a lot bigger with the modding scene than what any of the other little forums have got now. Like, you know, how many fucking modding groups are there out there now? Like, there's fucking hundreds, isn't there?
Oh, it's ridiculous. And I won't lie, I'm pretty happy that we're on Facebook. We still, you know what I mean? The only thing I don't like about Facebook, I guess, would be the reporting system.
Yeah.
You say anything in the wrong place and you're basically in big trouble.
Well, mate, I got banned for streaming for Grand Theft Auto boobies, you know what I mean? So it is a ridiculous system. I mean, especially considering some of the shit that I've seen on Facebook, it's disgusting. Like, and I get reported for GTA boobies because somebody didn't like my content.
I won't lie, at least on Facebook it's just a block and they let you back. I've got permanent bans from quite a few forums over the years.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you and your group, I mean, you've always been quite outspoken in the community, haven't you? You know what I mean? It's sort of, you've never shied away from an argument, shall I say.
Yeah, well, I guess you always had to have a pretty thick backbone in the modding community. Like, everybody, we like to think it's a friendly place, but a lot of things do happen behind the scenes. There is a lot of ugliness to the community that we don't, not everybody sees, and
yeah,
we definitely don't promote that. But there is a lot happening, and you know what I mean. I think like anything in life, you know what I mean. My parents brought me up never to back down in the real world, so I'm not going to do it over the internet, and I think that was the same with most of the boys.
It's a very Aussie mentality as well, mate, to be honest.
I was about to say, considering we're Australian, we've always kind of been that way. Like,
yeah, I mean, I've come across a few Australians in my past, like, and my sister-in-law actually lives out there, so it's sort of, I know the crack that you guys have, and I know that there's a lot of people that would take offence to the way that you are, but I know that's just the way the community is over there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, everybody's got their differences, and countries have their cultures and things like that, and that's kind of just the way we are. But I will say, I never thought we would be thrown into the public limelight just like this. Like, to me, the modding scene's always been very, very underground, and it's definitely changing.
I mean, that takes us quite nicely on to like Chrome and how he finished up within the modding community, because of obviously Chrome was there at the start. I don't know if anybody's seen the videos of him trolling the Rockstar stream. That was kind of a pinnacle of what he was doing at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was and again, that's not something that's talked about very much, but yeah, he was spoofing to the Rockstar tags and getting in their game, basically.
Yeah. I suppose we should explain that a little bit. Chrome, obviously the modder that we all know as Chrome, is obviously retired from the scene.
So yeah, basically Chrome X Mods was the original creator of GTA V Fuck Up, and that was private. He developed it late 2013. He got me on it second, so him and me were the first two people running a .xex menu on GTA V. And then James came in, because him and James have always been working on things. James is a magician when it comes to reversing things in Call of Duty. Right. Anybody that followed James T back in the day would know that.
See, I only ever knew of James through the African. You know what I mean? That was the only
James
time,
was extremely low key. Never went around talking a lot, but he made some amazing releases that people still don't talk about much, but everybody uses. JRPC V2 was released by James. XDRPC was reversed and released by James. And if you go Google these, you'll see the original release threads, and they don't have a lot of attention. But every console installer puts at least one of these plugins on a console.
Yeah, I know. I've run JRPC2 for a long time. Like, you know what I mean? It's sort of, it's my go-to for connecting tools and for connecting other bits. Like, you know what I mean? It does what it says on the tin, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it definitely does its job. So James has always been pretty low key.
Bit of
really
an
talks to a
unsung
certain group of
hero when it
people.
comes down to what people use and don't know
Yeah,
who it
he's
comes from.
very humble person, in my opinion. He's done a lot, and he's never asked for anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And,
I'm just going to grab a quick question from the chat that I just saw, which is, where does the name Africans come from? Because you're all Australian, aren't you? Well, pretty much. So where the fuck does that come from?
Well, that's where this leads up to eventually. So basically, the menu was always private.
Yeah.
It was early days. I think at about 1.13 title update, it started to be sold privately.
Right.
We had it on a server. There was only like maybe a dozen people on it. Well, this is where things started to get chaotic. One of the people that we had sold the menu to, basically, back in the day, Chrome was the first ever person to do cash drop. And back when he did it, it was worth quite a lot of money just being able to do it.
Yeah, definitely. GTA cards have never got any cheaper, have they?
Nah, still $20 in Australian for 1.2 mil.
Oh, it's a joke. It is a joke. That's one of the main reasons that I started modding GTA like I do, is because I had all my money taken off of me in the first 2 weeks, and I went out and I bought a shark card when I first started. You know what I mean? I bought a £3.5 million shark card to get me started in the game. 2 weeks later, Rockstar fucked up their servers and deleted pretty much everyone's fucking profiles and shit, didn't they?
Oh, I think I remember that actually, yeah.
I was pissed, mate. I was fucking
And the
uber
people
pissed.
that went on... The biggest problem was they did end up recovering them, but most people went on and tried to play when they were down. And if you tried to play when it wasn't working, it made like a new account.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah, that was a bad situation.
It was poor fucking management on their part, and that's the main reason that I started with the, well, fuck it, I'm not giving them any more of my money if they're just going to steal it from me.
It would have been cheaper for you to buy a console and get online than
Exactly.
give them your money.
Exactly, and that's kind of where my whole obsession with changing graphics in it and making it my own game sort of came from. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, well, no, if Microsoft aren't going to, if Rockstar aren't going to do it, then I will.
But how the Africans came along? Well, basically, so back to what I was saying. We had a few people on the menu privately.
Yeah.
And Chrome was the only one that had cash drop. He didn't give it to me, he didn't give it to anybody. That's how he made his income at that point in time.
Right.
And it was worth a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
people would pay $70 for a cash drop, and that was nothing. That was when one person in the world could do it out of what is thousands.
Yeah.
So that was a paid service that he did. He did recoveries and he did the cash drop. And if you watch that video that video you'll link everybody to, you'll see that I've got the SWAT outfit on and he's dropping money and I'm hitting people and keeping them away from it.
Yeah.
Well, basically, one of the people that we sold the menu to wasn't happy that he couldn't have that. So he got, I won't name names, but he got someone very well known in the community from back in the days to basically reverse the menu. Somebody basically reversed the XEX.
Cracked it, basically.
Basically, they reversed the XEX. We can't confirm if they reversed it and were managed to add code to it, or if they reversed it and rebuilt a menu. But basically, they did it all just to add cash drop, and this person figured out how to do that. And that's not how the source code got out or anything, but that was the first major hurdle that we ran into.
Yeah, like it's a proper breach at that point. Like
that was the first proper security breach that
yeah.
caused massive dramas for us, because that was a local, that they were server offed at first, and basically that was completely local.
Yeah.
If it got handed out, it would have been the end.
Yeah.
So basically, Africans were never Africans. It was a chat. There was a Skype chat called African Chat, and it was a group of teenagers that basically had bought products from Chrome or James. Chrome and James basically always did stuff together. James was the master of Call of Duty. Chrome was the master of GTA, basically. Yeah. And they were both my boys. Me and James did a lot of COD stuff together, and me and Chrome did a lot of GTA stuff together.
Yeah.
And basically, we invaded that group. Like, it was a group just full of these teenagers that bought all the private stuff that James and Chrome had made. So it was funny. Nigel, young Nigel, our fellow African, actually we ran into him one night. Me and Chrome did, and he invited us to the chat. And I won't lie, we basically went into the chat and took it over.
Yeah.
And formed what it was. We went in there. It was some young fellas. There was about a dozen of them. And the only person from them left that is an actual African would be Nigel.
So
a lot of things
is,
happened over that.
who has been in the Africans over the
Okay,
time?
the person that basically ran the African chat was somebody called Hysteria.
Right.
And he was the reason that everything went to shit. He was the person that caused the first breach, the person that had to have that cash drop.
Yeah.
And we went into Africans basically to monitor what was happening.
Yeah.
And yeah, we basically, at that point there was no Africans, it was just African chat.
Right.
And eventually people got kicked out, people got switched up, people betrayed, all kinds of different things happened in the group. And it got to the point where all the kids got removed. It was me, Chrome, we brought James in basically straight away. Nigel, there was a few others, V was in there, Stelio was in there for about 6 months.
So
yeah,
you just named like a load of really fucking like top-notch modders, like, you know what I mean? It's sort of, you reel them off like that's a nothing but normal list to you. But
and I didn't even reel off like Tie-Dye was in there, ED9.
ED9, right?
I've
had
was the co-owner of NiNJA.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a kind of a run-in with supposedly ED9, which was over a PayPal dispute.
See, that that wasn't ED9. There was two people. There was ED9 that was the original Everyday 9. He was someone that read the firmware for the original Cool Runner, Team Executor developer, great guy. And there was someone that went by ED9 that was like a key vault seller for NiNJA.
Yeah.
It was always a bit of a stupid way they had them listed because it got a lot of people confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were definitely talking about the other guy that was something to do with money or anything.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was an awful lot of money, and I'm still in a hole for that. So.
Yeah, I was going to say that guy created problems for people I know personally as well.
Yeah.
People had to hold money, and then accounts got locked, and yeah, that guy created some issues. But that definitely was not the Everyday 9 that everybody knows and loves.
Right. Okay. Cool. See, that's something that I mean, it's something I've never really followed up because I've never had proof to back up what I say, in the respect of who it was that was actually behind it all. But from my research, it came back to a chap called ED9, and he was associated with NiNJA, and it was.
Yes, he was. You know, he was listed on the website and everything.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there was two of them, and that's what people didn't understand, and it was a bit stupid them allowing that. Like I always said to Pi, why does this other guy use your name? And I can't remember the exact explanation, but yeah, he's the original.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'm not going to go into that because that will get me ranting, so we won't go there. But anyway, so like moving on, like, so how did it progress into what we now know as the Africans, like?
Okay, well, basically, I think about 1.15, and this is where shit got really frustrating. Chrome got ratted.
Right. His computer got ratted.
His computer got ratted by someone we trust. I won't name names.
Nope.
People really want, they can dig up the history, but
yeah,
he got ratted, and the source code for GTA V fucker was stolen.
Right. And
that is the source code that 99% of menus that everybody uses every day are built upon.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why the bumper car is still in the majority of the menus.
Because it was Chrome's original source.
Because the source had it in it. Every menu is basically running that source code or too much for you source code from PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
A few of the newer menus are running that, but things like Jiggy is still running GTA V fucker source code. Purge 3.9 until that goes to 4.0, and again we haven't looked at that. That's still on Chrome source code on GTA v Fucker. Things like Enforcer, Legacy.
Yeah.
So basically, all of these menus
I
are
mean,
still.
Chrome still must be like proud the fact that all these people are still using his old shit. Like, you know what I mean? He must still have a bit of fucking like, do you know what? These people are still following in my footsteps.
He is, but again, that gets you to one of the points where when we first came into Facebook, everybody was like, "Oh, the big bad Africans," because we did a fair bit of cracking. And people didn't understand why we were cracking all the projects. Well, the reason we were cracking all the menus, to everybody out there listening, is because all of these menus were making money on a source code that wasn't theirs. So basically, they were profiting
and
off
public
Chrome.
by that point as well.
Yes, the source code was publicly leaked, and people were just reskinning it. Not even that.
Yeah.
People were just
Selling
blatantly making money off something that wasn't theirs. So
Yeah.
all of these menus were cracked repetitively just to make them free,
Yeah.
and to basically say, hey, you've got no right to make money off this.
Yeah.
One person bought the rights to the source code. Out of the dozens of menus that used it, there was only one person that bought the rights to actually use GTA v Fucker source, and that was Eeks. If anybody remembers Eeks, he had what was his menu called? I'm trying to think. They eventually came out with a server as well. I'm trying to think. Eeks brought out one of their first ever rip-offs too, that 420 menu, the purple one.
Yes, yeah.
But eventually a deal was made, and he actually paid, was the one decent person that paid the rights to use it.
Right.
So all these menus are getting cracked and things, and people are yelling at us, and that's basically why we started having to explain why we did things and what it was all about. Like, we weren't trying to ruin anybody's hard work. The fact was, it wasn't their hard work. It was just
reskinned Chrome's work.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, imagine if someone painted a car, did a beautiful paint job on it, and someone just went and whacked vinyl over it.
Yeah.
Took the credit. Do you know what I mean? Like, they
Yeah, I fully get it.
did 2% of the work and wanted all the money.
Yeah.
So the source code was just all over the place. Just everybody, people still sell source code, like sell that source code reskinned as their own.
Yeah.
We actually made a tool. This is a little bit private, but I'll tell everybody because it's old school information. We actually made a tool to detect what menus. We can run a menu through a tool, and it will tell us if it is that source code by checking a whole pile of different things that we know are unique to that source.
Yeah.
So it was pretty easy for us just to get an XCX, run it in there and be like, yep. Or people would say it's not, and we would check the hooks and things, and it would be different. In saying that, there is a couple of people running custom bases and things now,
Yeah.
but the majority, like well over 90%, would be running the original GTA v Fucker, just updated.
Right. See, that's history that people don't know about. Like, you know, what I mean, like I say, because of you boys have been so private, there's a lot of information that's going to come out tonight that people are just going to be like, oh, I didn't realise that. You know, especially down to things like JRPC2 being his original sort of, you know what I mean, little things like that, as people are going to, oh, I do use African stuff, or
people
you know,
may have noticed. Like, I feel we've got quite a decent reputation with the public and the community these days, and we fought pretty hard to build that up. We do care about the community, and I'll be talking about that further. People will probably notice some of the things we're up to at the moment.
yeah,
But yeah, it's a difficult thing because we come across very, very stern. But we're definitely not trying to be the bad guys, and we're definitely not trying to control everybody. We just want things to be fair at the end of the day.
yeah. Yeah,
And that's why we're glad that, you know, we're trying to push malicious things out and bring creative things in.
I mean, there's been a few people comment on James's move recently to remove, well, the ability for off-host kick and stuff like that, and the protections for that. And obviously, there's people going, well, Purge have just blocked it. Is that why he's doing that? You know, I've got to bring that up, like as a logical explanation to that sort of move, if that makes sense. But I understand also that he's trying to make modding great again for 2018, like, you know what I mean, which is it's a sincere thing to do, definitely, but the timing of that happening straight after, can you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's definitely something I will definitely get to.
Yeah,
There's probably a little bit of a story to that, but it definitely wasn't that. I will touch that subject in detail.
Yeah.
In a little bit, because I can talk about all the stuff that's happening.
Yeah, of course.
But GTA V, I'll try to get up to all the stuff where Chrome left.
Yes.
And leave that poor fella out of it, because he's gone legit and just trying to do his thing. But
yeah, mate, I've seen his new his driving simulator is fucking top notch, isn't it?
Oh, he actually works in a simulator place now, and yeah, you should see the stuff he drives on now. It's insane.
Yeah. I did follow him after he left the community and started trying to go legit with like the driving simulators and bench testing.
I'll try to get him to put a video up of his work, and you'll just be like, what? Like,
yeah,
he does sim racing in like F1 cockpits and like actual F1 cars and
I
stuff.
saw him do a I think it was like an expo or something somewhere that he actually jumped on and just did this fucking one lap wonder. I was like, fucking hell, he nailed it.
Yeah, Chrome went to PAX 2 years in a row, PAX Prime. And
is that what it was? Is that where I saw it? Yeah, I knew it.
Forza best lap 2 years in a row.
Fair fucks to the lad, definitely. He's a talented driver when it comes to the simulators, that's for sure. Didn't he do it?
He's talented when it comes to everything. That's what trips me out about things. He can get into something he knows nothing about, and within a month, he'll be an expert on it.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always loved about him. You introduce him to something, and he puts everything into it.
Somebody just said, is it true that Chrome's managed to RGH an Xbox One? That's no, I don't think so.
No, it's not true.
That's not true. That's not a thing. Not yet, anyway. Some fucking clever fucker will work out an exploit, and we will get it, but not for a while yet, I don't think.
But back to the GTA V stuff. Basically, source code was leaked. Everybody started using it. We came to Facebook, started causing a bit of havoc. Then we explained ourselves, because we got a lot of hate for it. Yeah, we would have explained ourselves anyway, but we went out of our way to kind of explain why we were doing things, and even just little things like I made sure to make a few posts and just, you know what I mean, explain. Try not to hate on us unless you understand the situation, because
yeah, definitely.
There's a lot more to it than what is on our face surface. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that's why I'm really glad that you guys agreed to. I mean, I know I was speaking to James myself. He said, "Yeah, this is completely legit. You can answer on behalf of the Africans." And I was like, "It's the first time this has ever happened publicly. Like, you know what I mean? Where we can have a one-on-one. I can take a few questions from the comments and shit like that, and you know what I mean? It's really nice to be able to bring what my viewers have asked me for to my viewers. You know what I mean? So I can't thank you guys enough for doing that for me. Like, you know what I mean?"
Yeah, no, it's good to be able to give the viewers what they want.
Definitely. Not only that, I mean, I've got to thank other people like Tony Mondello and Stelio and XB Online boys, because they're all big in the game at the moment, and without those sorts of people having as guests, then it wouldn't have grown to the sort of size it is now. So
it's definitely good to get everybody's say and have everybody come on and have a chat with you.
Exactly. I mean, I've been called a Purge fanboy an awful lot recently. I was like, if I was such a Purge fanboy, would I be doing a Q&A with the Africans? You know what I mean? No, I wouldn't, obviously. So I'm here as an open book, and you all know my history, you know what I mean? Especially when all the stuff happened with Purge and that, I come directly to you boys and ask what the fuck's going on, like, you know what I mean? And I came to you, and I came to James at the same time. I was like, right, lads, tell me what the fuck's going on here, and I made my own decisions from that and other things as well. But, you know what I mean? I chose to stick with my platform and do what I wanted to do, which is this, you know what I mean? And I feel
you're doing something unique that nobody else is doing, and I give you massive props for that, mate.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. It means a lot, man. Especially coming from somebody in
I
your
do follow the commentary world and things like that on YouTube, and for someone like you to bring that to this platform and to this community, I think that's awesome.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. I mean, I love the fact that we're sat here on a Saturday night and we've got 76 people watching us. Like,
That's beautiful.
It's just fucking crazy to me. Like, it's Saturday night. Go to the pub, you twats. no, not at all. Stay there. It's all good.
Take your phone to the pub.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's good, man. I love the community and the massive respect that they've all shown me. Like, you know what I mean? I have had my ups and downs in the community and stuff like that, but it's always come out on top, so it's nice to see.
One quick thing that I heard you mention in, I think maybe even your last stream, that I think you should definitely think about going ahead, is doing like a weekly news or something like that.
I have been throwing the idea around, I must admit.
I heard that and I was like, I like the sound of that, I really do.
Just like, I was thinking about doing it on sort of like, you know, have you ever seen Drama Alert on YouTube?
Mate,
YouTube?
I know, you know, don't judge me, people. I know exactly who Drama Alert is. I know who Keemstar is. I've followed all that for many, many years.
That's the sort of thing I want to do, but for us in the modding community. You know what I mean? That's the sort of like bullet points. What the fuck?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like,
yeah, it was Andy Alvarez actually that turned around and went, "You should go into fucking this." I was like, I've been throwing this idea around actually, and yeah, so it's good to get feedback on that. But no, it's something that I want the community to give me feedback on, and it's something that obviously I've got the massive giveaway coming up next weekend, which is just fucking phenomenal. The amount of donations. I know you boys have donated a couple of weeks of NiNJA and African tokens as well, man.
Oh
so
mate, I've seen the list.
It's fucking
Consoles,
crazy,
live,
mate.
From different people, the key vaults, just even live codes. Everybody's done such a great job,
mate. It's lovely to see the community pulling together like that, mate, because it's something that hasn't happened in years. You know what I mean? It's been such a distant community, and everyone's, oh, but I run this menu, I run this menu.
Everybody chucked in, and when you look at all the people chucking in, like all the different groups that are not, you know, not necessarily friends with each other and things. Everybody just coming together. It's great, to be honest.
Definitely. Well, I mean, when we do the Q&A, not the Q&A, the giveaway, I have got a link to a chat, and I'll give that to you as well, man. And you're more than welcome to come and join us.
It's funny because I said to Leon the other day, I said, hopefully our chat goes well, because I wouldn't mind popping in for the mega Christmas thing if everybody's chill. Come and say g'day and.
Mate, that'd be fucking awesome. Mate, it's going to be a long one because I've worked it out. The best sort of time frame will be early in the morning for you guys, but we are going till 2:30 in the UK time.
I'll just do it all night at that time.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be a long one. I've worked it out. I mean, with 46 prizes to give away confirmed already, and yeah, it's the way that I've worked out. I can do it. I'm going to do it in 2 separate streams, 2 4-hour streams each. And obviously the second stream is going to be giving away the bigger items like the consoles and shit like that have been thrown my way. That's fucking massive props to fucking Tony for that, and
yeah, I was going to say that.
For the little pug server as well, man. You know what I mean? He's donated a Jasper straight to it as well, which is fucking crazy. He's just a normal dude like me, like, you know what I mean? We don't make any money from modding really. We use it to keep the NFO up or whatever, like, you know what I mean? It's sort of it's
See, I don't mind those the whole. I don't really know who's behind Pugs Live or anything, but that's the group that I've never really seen anything wrong with or anything. They just do their thing. They support the community. I mean, they seem to be.
They have had their problems in the past. Like, I know when the particular chap that's actually donated the console. I mean, he used to be known as Metro Pugs, and he'll admit it himself. He said, "Mate, back in those days, I was a dick on GTA. I'd flag people out of sessions. I'd knock them offline." I was like, "Mate, that's not the way that you're going to build your platform. Like, you know what I mean? We need to step back and." And that's what I did when I got there. After I started with Purge and stuff, I met Chris and went into that sort of side with him, and it's like, right, let's try and build this up, and it did. It got a nice little name for itself. I mean, since then, obviously, I've left all sales behind because I really want to concentrate on what I'm doing now. I mean, I don't sell a single. I think
that's awesome that you concentrate on your own thing.
I stopped Purge. I stopped Pugs. I've stopped all like recoveries, cash drops, anything that anybody ever offers me money for. I always pass them on to somebody else now. It's not something that I do unless I do it for free for whoever's asking me, like, you know what I mean? It's definitely it's one of those things that, I mean, I'm in a very lucky position, whereas I've got these menus that people have given me and stuff like that to boost my platform in that respect, like, you know what I mean? It's such a mad scenario for me to see these like massive modern companies, like especially things like Purge, like Enforcer, like XP Online, you know, these massive giants at the moment in the scene. They're just like, oh yeah, here's the menu, yeah, I'd love to do it, and it's just fucking crazy. So it's awesome, man. I love it. And yeah, there's nothing quite like having your own platform to do whatever the fuck you want with, and I'm not afraid to say the questions that people want asked, and I think that's the way the community needs it at the moment, so it's all good.
Just like we talked about the whole drama alert thing, I really do think that's something you should look into further, because this is a great platform, but this is a great friendly platform.
Yeah.
Where drama alert could be something where you just covered everything, you know, the good and the bad.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
is something would be great for somebody to cover, and I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit.
Oh fuck.
Anybody that's listening, everybody, you can hold Stuart to this. If you go ahead and do some kind of weekly news thing, you've got a pinned spot every time you make a new episode on Drama Central. I'll pin it up every time.
Legend. Thank you very much. Wow. There you go.
Because that's what Drama Central is about.
Yeah.
All the drama in the community, all the news, bring it all into one place. So I'd love to pin it up there. If you think about it, you've definitely
Mate,
got a home there.
Thank you very much, dude. Thank you. Also, man, I'd just like to say thank you guys for trusting me as well, because obviously I've got the history of Purge, and you've let me be admin on certain pages and different things. You know what I mean? So you've got trust with me, even though I have got the history. So that's nice as well, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say Drama Central. That's my baby. So at the end of the day, I kind of have a bit of a big say in that. But yeah, GTAV Engine. That's mine and James's and Nigel's, and yeah, we did have to take that into consideration. But I trust you, and you know what I mean. You've got a great reputation. The last thing you're going to do is come into one of our groups, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, mate. I'm not a dick. And
do anything crazy?
No, exactly, mate. Exactly. It's not the sort of thing I do, and I think it's something that everybody should respect. The fact that, like, when somebody gives you that opportunity, don't fuck it up. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? And there's far too many dicks out there, mate. That's the problem.
Oh, I can count the people I trust on a couple of fingers.
Yeah,
completely.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. So, mate,
But,
yeah, carry on with the story, my man. Definitely.
Yeah. Alrighty. So back to the African stuff. So basically, African chat. Me and James Crane went in there, took it over. The source code was leaked. We'd gone to Facebook. We left that behind, and we started producing a new menu called GTAV Engine. Not for the public, private project. Chrome was the number one on it, and it was basically just our private toy. It was built upon a fully new custom base that could do things that a lot of other menus couldn't do. One thing I will mention that not many people think about, anybody that's listening that uses a menu, you'll probably notice when you toggle on someone, you can either toggle on one person or everybody. When you turn on something malicious or even a cash drop or something, you'll turn it on everybody or one person. Well, ever since we launched GTA to the public, and way before then even, we've been able to toggle individually. It's not anything we advertise, it's just something we've been able to do. I'm pretty sure no menu to this day still does that. Maybe a couple of very new ones. The majority of all the big ones, I've never seen it done before. That's one great little unique thing.
I mean, you have got a lot of unique features in your. I mean, that sort of touches on the. You've cracked menus as the Africans because of somebody's copied your unique feature. You know what I mean? It's sort of like that's a bit of a grey area for me, in my opinion. Like, you know what I mean? If somebody's gone to the lengths of copying you and rewriting the code, that's one thing. If they've taken the code, it's a different thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a hard one because we've had both those situations happen. We've had code actually stolen. We've had code rewritten exactly the same. It's been a very tough subject to approach, to be honest.
Yeah.
But in saying that, it's been a fun journey. It definitely has. But yeah, we've cracked quite a few menus because they've gone out of their way to poke fun at us and copy us in the process.
Yeah,
and that's definitely not something we want happening.
No, of course. In anybody's mind, that makes perfect sense. Like.
But GTAV Engine, that was our baby. That was built for us, not for the public. Quite a few things, like even the fact that if you go into it now, if you go to the player menu, online players,
Yeah.
when you scroll down, it actually scrolls to the next players and certain things and other things. It's not as simple as just making things scroll down. There was a lot of work in different things
Yeah.
to make things happen. I still don't think another menu's scrolling like that at all either.
There's quite a lot that will, like, you have to press down 3 times before it will move down a section and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? It's sort of, they've obviously removed stuff and not removed the spacing, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of menus that I found, like, you'll scroll through, like, I'm scrolling through it now, and every time I press down it automatically goes to the next, you know what I mean? It's little things like that that make it a better menu than...
And if you hold the right bumper, you can just hold down and scroll fast.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You'll see a... Yeah, if you hold the right bumper, you can scroll. Quick scroll.
Yeah. Sound, mate. That's a cool little trick.
Yeah, we just wanted to make it a bit faster. But GTA V Engine was started by Chrome. Chrome made the first few amazing, unique things in it, like manual transmission. Of course, that's something Chrome would make. Him loving his car stuff.
I must admit, that is probably one of my favourite features in the menu.
Oh, I love it, man.
It is. It's next
That
level.
was in there before 90% of the features,
Yeah.
before Chrome left the scene. And I just love it, to be honest. Manual transmission for the win.
Yeah, that and analog wheelie, mate.
Analog wheelie was one of my favourites too. I remember at one point when we broke it and Chrome's like, I don't know if we'll be able to get it back. And then you got it. Because when you're developing people, like, things collide with other things.
Yeah.
People probably notice we push a lot of updates. And yeah, we don't always get everything right. There will be times when there's updates pushed and we incur bugs. Like, sometimes we don't push updates and go through the menu and check every little thing. Like, recently we pushed an update and our Inferno mod stopped working.
Yeah.
Again, that's only took 30 seconds to fix, but little things just get affected that you don't expect.
Yeah. It is a tightrope, isn't it? You know what I mean, with memory usage and all that sort of stuff as well, like, that people don't realise.
I'll touch on one thing that people are probably thinking about: the whole Africans and everything. So we kicked everybody out. Basically, was myself, Chrome, James, V, Stelio, and people probably noticed we cracked a lot of menus back in the day, including Purge. And people probably noticed the fact that Purge was cracked up until the point where Stelio joined the Africans. I won't say too much, but agreements were made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At one point in time, me and Stelio were pretty good mates. Got nothing bad to say about the guy. We've all, we've got our history. Everybody's seen it.
Yeah. He said the same thing on his stream. He's like, at the end of the day, James T is an amazing coder. I've got nothing bad to say against the guy's coding and the way that he said we've just had personal differences. You know, and it's one of those things. We've fallen out, and it's sad, but that's just how things go sometimes.
Things happen. It's just like everybody knows in the real world. You could be best friends with somebody one week, and things happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Friendships
exactly.
end, and
Definitely.
sometimes things go in the wrong direction.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But
sure.
so I definitely thought I would touch on that a bit, because everybody knows the history. You know what I mean? Purge. Africans were going after Purge for a long time back in the day. Then it stopped, and you know what I mean? We were all cool for a while.
So where does that stand now? Because if I know, I've saw in the past that as soon as 4.0 comes out, you guys had planned to crack it back in the day. I mean, this is obviously nearly 12 months ago now, because obviously it was coming soon and it didn't come soon.
Hate me or love me, I will say at this point in time, we are not just going to say we're just going to crack it. I know a lot of people expect that we're just going to, as soon as 4.0 drops, we're going to crack it and drop it for the public. Well, that's not going to happen.
At this point, that's not a thing that's happening. That's
At
good to
this
know
point in
for
time-
people that have obviously paid for Purge. You know what I mean? They've paid their hard-earned money the same as what people pay for Africans and pay. You know what I mean? It's sort of, yeah, it's a lot
People
cheaper.
need to understand time does change things. Yes, at a certain point, when we thought the Purge 4.0 was going to get released, it was going to be basically an immediate thing.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? And we know everybody's been waiting for the Purge for a long time, and I'm not here to to hate on that, but after a year,
Yeah.
you can't really just think the same. Do you know what I mean? I
No.
can't just say a year later, yep, I'm furious still. We're gonna, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
After
yeah.
everything that's happened, we're gonna go and do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Knowing that we're the curious people we are, of course we're gonna look at it.
Yeah, of course it is. It's,
We look at it, you know, we look at a lot of things,
yeah.
but doesn't mean it's gonna go public. Like, we've cracked a lot of menus that have never been released.
Yeah. Well, you can always hit me up with that folder, mate.
I'll get that to you in a DM, mate.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, brother, definitely. No worries, man, no worries. No, but no, it's nice to hear that, you know, we're all trying to move on from what's happened in the past, like, you know what I mean, and especially with touching on like him removing the admin kick. That was a big thing in GTA. A lot of people getting very pissed off with engine. You know what I mean? Full stop. It was engine users that had misused them. I'm not saying all engine users do it. You know what I mean? But there was a percentage of engine users that would go in. They go, oh, purge user kick, or oh, enforce user kick.
That's the hard thing. I need to make it very clear to anybody listening. When we put in kick, admin kick, that was basically our last resort. That was going to get put in, or a freeze option.
Yeah.
That was basically, there was nothing more to it. We had 5 or 6 big menus that were implementing things just to freeze African users. Like, it's pretty well known by now, African users are the #1 target.
Yeah, yeah, definitely,
And,
without a doubt.
They know that. They basically pay for that right to be the #1 target, and you know, that's just what happens. But we don't want to give people malicious options. If you go look over the posts over the years, me and James have said it a million times, we are about being creative, not malicious.
Yeah.
It doesn't take skills to make something malicious. I make something unstable that your game doesn't understand, you're going to freeze.
Yeah.
Create things.
I mean, I know that through the DLCs that I've made, mate, and I've put stuff in, and the game just goes, nah, fuck off. You know what I mean?
You could freeze people with just images on vehicles and different things. Like, there's different ways to just... And that's not hard, and that's not creative.
GTA doesn't like having stuff added that it doesn't like being there. Like, you know, and it's one of those games.
And I think menus using malicious things as a selling point is very bad in my opinion. I hate that. I don't want people selling their menus and people buying them just simply for malicious options. Like, there's been quite a few that have, you know, Jiggy come out with things, freeze cars and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. So is Jiggy, like you said, Jiggy's using the original Chrome source, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. See, I mean,
and that's something that annoys us a bit. They used the original source code from someone that wasn't African, then they put all these freeze cars and things into to come at people that are the Africans.
I've personally reached out to somebody that I thought was a Jiggy seller or something to do with them and said, would you like to come and do the Q&A? But apparently he's French, is he, or something?
I believe so.
Yeah, so I mean, there's going to be a bit of a language barrier there, and I don't think he's fully confident on doing a fully English fucking... But, you know, hopefully he'll do something with maybe a French-speaking chap or something. You know what I mean? I'd like to think that everyone's going to come to this platform eventually, you know what I mean? I mean, after the New Year's, and basically I'm shutting down after I've done the giveaway for a couple of weeks so I can have a bit of a break with my family, and then first stream back I think I'm going with Silk Road, is it, that one?
Oh yeah.
You know, so that's the next menu that I'm doing, to be doing a similar sort of thing with you, like, you know what I mean? It's just sort of, I just want to cover as many menus and as many things modding related as I can in this particular platform that I've got, like, and I think it's what people want to see. And I've just got to look at the viewers right now. Like, we're touching 80 viewers the whole stream, and you know what I mean? It's, like I said, it's a Saturday night. These people don't need to be here, and they're all sat there happily watching this shit. So
awesome, buddy.
Yeah, man, I love it.
But I don't want to stress enough to the public that we were at the point where, you know, we're the Africans. If you think we don't have malicious toys, of course we do.
Yeah.
And in saying that, a lot of the malicious things are made so we can protect. We make things and protect against them in the menu before we even tell people.
Yeah.
Half of the security updates that we do, that we just say it's a security update, it'll be protection against something that we've made that we know someone else will find eventually. Yeah. And we just getting ahead of it, basically. So it was either add a freeze method, or, you know what I mean, do you want to reboot your console, or do you want to get kicked from a game?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in saying that, sadly, everything's abused.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're in the video game world or the real world. If you've got something that other people want or something you can use over other people, you know what I mean? It's just like wars. Whoever's got the biggest guns or the best.
There's quite a big thing in the community at the moment with the whole hack v hack thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of whose hacks are better than my. It's just like I don't get that at all. I really don't. It's sort of like it's foreign to me. Like, why would modders go up against other modders and see who's got the better hacks?
Yeah, the whole my hacks are better than your hacks thing. I hate that. At the end of the day, I don't care what menu it is. I just love seeing unique features.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I'm sure when you've seen other people use Chrome's menu and come out with a unique feature that you guys haven't thought of, it sort of spins you out a bit. You know what I mean? Because you've been at it for so long, and somebody goes, "Well, what about this?" And you go, "Oh, fuck."
At the end of the day, there's going to be really unlimited things. Like, we sit there and go, "Oh, what can we do now?" And then, like, usually me or someone will be like, "What do you mean? What can we do now?" There's limitless things. Like, we sit there and we get bored, but then we'll create a whole pile of new things.
Yeah.
I think that's what modding's about. It's not about who's the best coder, who can do this. It's about having fun, creating unique things.
Yeah.
And people will probably notice that. One of our things that we stand upon is don't copy our unique features, don't use our code or anything like that, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
And that's something we respect with other people too. We've never went and taken a unique feature that's been in one menu and put it in engine.
Yeah.
And in saying that, if code becomes public, for example, if some code becomes public and we know all the menus are going to use it, then that's free game. Everybody's going to use it. If we want to rewrite it and use it, we will. We never copy and paste code. We may see something and implement it in a bigger scale. Like, for example, people saw Jiggy with remote recovery, and they thought that was the first menu to have remote recovery.
Yeah.
Well, you can ask people from Enforcer, even. There's quite a few people that will vouch that last year I was putting money straight into people's banks.
Yeah.
So we've been able to do things like that for quite a while, but again, remote recovery has never been something we were even going to implement because that was something we really wanted to define before account transfers stopped.
Yeah.
Because imagine what that would have been worth for all the people.
Quickly, whilst we're on that subject, do you think Rockstar will ever bring that back?
No, I do not.
No, nor do I. Nor do I.
I see the petition floating around, and
Yeah.
it's just like, stop it.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
No, mate. Take-Two have got a fucking finger on that money button, and it's not going to happen.
There's no reason for them to do that. Once those accounts are transferred, it's switched.
Mate, they had 2 years to do it, and if they haven't done it by now, it's a bad job.
Yeah, and some people were complaining after the time, and I was like, whoa, you've had a couple of years to do it.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think the only sad thing is the price that some people are selling accounts for now, but it's understandable. People are selling modded accounts with like 300 million for like $80 and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
At the end of the day, I can't complain about that because if I was some random kid that needed money, I'd rather pay $80 for 300 mil than, you know what I mean, $80 for 4 mil.
Yeah, definitely. And not only that, there's a lot of scammers that have jumped onto the old bandwagon with that as well, man. I've noticed there's a lot of people getting scammed for accounts.
Oh yeah.
It's sort of like it's a win-win for the scammer. Like, if they've got an account, all they've got to do is take pictures, fake up some proof, and away they go. Like,
oh, it's way too easy to scam people.
It is, definitely. I mean, I know there's a lot of people in the community that fucking hate that sort of thing, but there's a lot of people that are just like, oh, it's an income. I need it. You know what I mean? It's sort of, I get that desperation as well.
But one thing I'll touch on quickly before I forget, because there's so many things. The freeze option we put in for a little bit. When I say a little bit, it was probably like 5 days. That was simply to give the user something to defend themselves with against the freeze cars until we got that protection. And as soon as we finalised our freeze car protection, that was removed.
Yeah.
As soon as that happened. So again, that was never put in there to be malicious. It was basically put in there to finally give people something to defend themselves with, because like we've seen, Death Rider and menus back in the day, even like Havoc and different things, Superior, certain menus we're public with now, or sorry, not public with, friendly with now.
Yeah.
A lot of these menus had things in them directed just at the African users.
Yeah.
So, we can't charge people what we do for a menu and not give them something to protect themselves with.
Yeah.
They can't just go into a lobby and get kicked or frozen by somebody. So yeah, we took a few steps, but that's been removed now. Our protections are better than ever, to the point where James put out a bounty trying to get people to freeze us, and no one could step up to the plate.
It's always a good thing. Always a good thing.
So yeah, we're pretty happy about the menu at this point.
It is. It's a beautiful menu. It is.
There's
definitely.
Lots of crazy little things in there that we can go through in a little bit once we
sure, man.
have a bit of a play.
Definitely. I mean, I've been playing with it solid for like last. Well, how long ago did you give it to me? 3-4 days ago.
Yeah, a few days ago.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been one of those where, I mean, the person that I use to test all my mod menus and stuff like that before I come on stream is my little boy, and my little boy's at the price range of this menu is very high. Does that make, I know it comes with NiNJA, and I know that you've got that partnership, but
at the end of the day, Engine would be the most expensive menu on the market, and the people that use it know there's a very good reason behind that.
Stop kids having it all the time, I'm assuming.
And that's part of the exclusivity as well. And I remember, it's funny because I watched your live stream with Leland.
Yes.
Didn't manage to make it, and
he did. He just took him a while. An hour and a half late to your own live stream. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I must admit.
Yeah. He joins the chat, and who have you got in there? Natalie, Tony's in there, Leon's in there.
Yeah, mate, I've got to thank all of those guys for turning up, because that could have just been a shitstorm of a fucking show.
Nah, it sounded like a good time. But you mentioned one thing that I'll speak upon. The exclusivity. Everybody, you know what I mean? We understand a lot of people would love it not to be with NiNJA.
Yeah.
But the simple one-word answer for that would straight up just be exclusivity.
Yeah.
We didn't want Engine being a mainstream product. We didn't want it in the hands of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, mate. You know what I mean? It does. It's sort of.
And yes, there is. You know what I mean? I won't lie. I go on GTA and there's Engine users everywhere, and it astounds me. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Definitely.
But the exclusivity does definitely keep the numbers down and the certain people that are on it.
Yeah. I mean, some people would say that that's not exclusivity, that's just making rich people be able to afford it. You know what I mean? It's sort of, there is that argument always.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? Money will pay for anything, really.
Yes,
but that wasn't the, you know what I mean? Money is the world, but that definitely wasn't the reason.
No.
And another thing, just to clarify that, if you think about it logically, yes, Engine is expensive. Yes, it's exclusive to NiNJA. But do you think we would have made less money or more money if we went by ourselves?
There is definitely.
How many people would have the menu? Everybody.
Yeah, if it was just like, especially down to things like lifetime sales and stuff like that. I mean, I know you do a lifetime deal for people that have got lifetime NiNJA, but I mean, I did do the maths the other day. It's about £19,000 altogether. It's something around that number anyway, for it all together. It's like 1,500 for NiNJA, and then 400, I believe, for you boys on top, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, it is a very expensive menu, a very you know what I mean?
It is, and again, the menu lifetime, $400. You got to have a lifetime of NiNJA to use that.
Yeah.
But again, the amount of money that we could have made if we just put up our own server and our own XCX would have been immediate, and it would have been crazy. We would have had sellers and all kinds of things, but that's not what we wanted.
No.
We're not going to sit here and lie. Yeah, there is quite a lot of money involved in this community.
Yeah.
But That's definitely not why we did that.
No. I mean,
and how long did we have the menu for free for?
Yeah.
When we launched on NiNJA, it was free for like 4 months or something crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It was up for a long time. But I mean, like, I don't know how to approach that. With it being exclusive to NiNJA, I mean, would you ever, if say for instance NiNJA decided that that's it, they've had enough, they're going to close, would you move on to a different stealth, or would you go branch out on your own, or?
We would do something if 360 servers stayed up tomorrow and NiNJA went down.
Yeah. Say
it wouldn't be the
Jester got arrested,
and
that was the game. Like, you know, say that happened. Like, you know what I mean? It's sort of, oh shit, we've no longer got NiNJA for our platform. What do we do next? Like, you would have like a backup.
Without even talking to James, I can tell you right now, if that happened, the people that have lifetime would be getting put on a server immediately.
Yeah.
As soon as we could get one set up and get security in place.
Yeah.
That'd probably be the first thing we think of, honestly, getting the lifetime users back onto the menu.
Yeah.
And then we would think of if we wanted to partner with another server, or if we went and did our own thing.
Yeah, makes sense, mate. Definitely makes sense.
But engine will never die.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough.
How I see it is, we started this thing and we'll end it. Like, we're not going anywhere. I've been modding GTA my whole modding career, and it's definitely my favourite franchise.
Yeah. Mate, I love the games a bit. So I mean, I've invested myself many hours just doing rehashes of vehicles, and you know yourself how long that sort of stuff takes. Like, because it's not just one image that I change; it's 7 at a time. Like,
so modding back in the day, I used to sit there, like, I built my own handling.dat for GTA IV.
Yeah.
And sit in there doing handling lines for every single vehicle.
Yeah.
I spent probably 1,000 hours doing every single vehicle, 170 odd vehicles or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Changing the handling line for everything.
That's crazy, mate. That is crazy.
So a lot of time involved. I will say one thing, because things are just popping into my head. My RGH, for everybody that's wondering, I have one RGH. I know that may be surprising. It's a Falcon. I had it glitched in 2011 when the Cool Runner was released, so it's got an official branded Team Executed Cool Runner in it.
Rev C?
No, A.
A.
Literally, the Cool Runner 1.0,
yes,
like a month after release. And I won't lie, I didn't install it myself. There wasn't even instructions. Like, nobody knew what the hell they were doing when they first came out. Sent it to a fella. 2011, I think September or something like that. It was like the month after the release.
Yeah.
And that console still boots like instantly to this day.
No way. That's the same with the old JTAGs though, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's such a fucking
if they
simple
lasted like... This is something that Ty told me to do with Falcons. He was basically like, I love Falcons, and this was just his thing. If a console lasts over a year, unless you do something to break it, it probably won't.
Yeah.
If you get over that 12-month mark, and you're using it all the time, it's probably not going to fail.
Yeah.
If you do something to rip a wire.
Yeah. If you drop it, it's your own fault.
I look at it like a retail now. This console I'm on right now has been unbanned on the same key vault for over 2 years and a month.
2 years and a month on NiNJA, that's crazy.
So think about all you guys that have been in the community for a year and a half, 2 years. All the new servers, all the menus that have come up. This console's been on the same key vault
for that long. That's crazy.
For that crazy amount of time.
Yeah, you watch now.
I won't lie.
Now your GT has been live public, mate. It will take 5 minutes and Microsoft will be all over your ass, and you're going to be cursing my name, dude.
I was going to say, everybody's going to see the African come out in me tomorrow when I get on and my shit's banned.
Stuart, you're a fucking cunt. I'm never doing a live stream with you again.
Come on, guys, just report the account, not the not the console.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. No, not at all. Don't report. It's a fucking shit thing to do.
But something you asked earlier, the Africans, how the name came along. Basically, it was African chat. We killed that. And yeah, me and Chrome just really talked, and Africans just came along, and then James named one of his COD things African Cheats, and that's why it said like African Cheats in the menu.
Yeah.
We had a couple of products going.
It just grew organically,
And
like.
Yeah, it just kind of grew organically, and the name The Africans came along. And there was a few of us, and at this point,
So as of this point, are you all Australian?
yes, there's 3 Africans, myself, James, and Nigel. Chrome left somewhere in 2015.
Yeah.
Chrome left basically when heaps of things went down, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. I don't think we should go too
Microsoft
much
went
into
after
that.
him, and
Yeah.
basically everybody knows the story.
Yeah,
Chrome
and
got
if you
him
don't,
addicted.
it is all published. Go and look it up because it's a very interesting story. And it's nice to hear that, like, I know he's doing all right and stuff, like, you know what I mean. He's working and shit like that, so it's all good. And he's got his missus now, and he's doing, like you said, he's doing the stuff with the simulator side of stuff, which is really cool to see.
He's
someone,
doing simulator stuff, and
someone from the modding
he's still
community to go
modifying
on.
things,
Yeah,
but more real in the real world.
yeah. I think I watched him drifting actually the other day on actually a real car and actually going around a track and stuff. I was like, yeah, no way.
Yeah, he's gone to some drift days and things, and he loves his car. So basically, he's now just modifying actual cars,
Yeah.
and that's something I've done myself for many years.
It's quite a big part of the Aussie fucking way as well, though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
We love our cars.
Yeah.
We love our V8s and different things like that. So
Yeah. Anything that goes sideways with a lot of smoke, you love it.
oh yeah, I think we hold the
You are drift
world
nuts,
record
you
for the
guys.
burnout.
You are absolutely drift
yeah,
nuts.
we love our smoke.
Yeah.
It's burnouts or drifting.
I see that you've actually got events that are actually just how much smoke you can fucking make. Like, it's like fucking hell.
I think we have the Guinness World Record for the biggest burnout.
Yeah, mate, it is crazy, man. I've watched like a few Aussie things. And it's like fucking hell. You boys' lungs must be black.
Yeah, well, there's a bit of a joke about it all. You know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, American car shows and UK car shows, and everybody's it's all show and shine. And then they're like Australian car shows, and you'll see like 1,000 horsepower car going, up a straight on a raceway, and just smoke pouring out the tires.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It's a different style compared to the rest of the world, that's for sure. That is for sure, man. But I must admit, I do like the style. It's fucking awesome to see. Like, Aussies claiming the drifters theirs. I was like, yes.
We love it. We love a good smoke show.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
The Kiwis put on a good show too. If there's any country that's close like us, they love their cars too.
Yeah.
And New Zealanders love them.
So, are you a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise then? I bet you are. If I just split the pack, then fucking hell.
I haven't seen the latest movie.
Yeah.
I would say I enjoyed 1, Too Fast, Too Furious, and
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift. So 1, 2, and Tokyo Drift the most. Then they really just turned into action movies, didn't they?
Yes, they did, definitely, yeah. Heist movies
Cars
and
were
action
always
movies.
cool, but it was just so unrealistic.
Yeah,
and-
when they started jumping cars from building to building, I kind of like went, come on, lads.
Yeah.
But I watched
just
the
like
actual the making of Tokyo Drift. You know the bit where they fucking drift up the multi-story car park?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you know they're actually just put on fucking racks and dragged round the corners?
Oh,
I know, I destroyed my dream. I was like, fuck. Yeah,
they're just on giant trolleys.
they're on giant trolleys getting pulled around the fucking multi-story car park. I was like, fuck. And then they just
I thought you were
CGI'd the
gonna tell me
smoking
something awesome,
afterwards.
like they smashed 10 cars trying to do it.
No,
Smashing
no,
into
not at all. They had one pristine car and it stayed pristine, I'm afraid. Yeah, not good, but there you go.
But yeah, I won't lie. I think like many people, we've been a bit let down by that franchise. It started pretty strong,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Oh,
it just
Mass-
regressed.
You've got to always say massive shout out to the one man that did pass away whilst driving his car, and you know what I mean, he's had many cars made after him, especially in Forza and stuff like that. You can always find Paul Walker fucking skin in Forza, like, you know what I mean, it's always there and it'll always be there. So
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
R.I.P. to Paul Walker. Like
Definitely, man. Man's a legend. We all loved him.
he was what made that franchise lovable,
was.
and yeah, I don't really know where it's going to go because again, I haven't seen the last one. Everybody that I know
It's
went
good,
to the
and
movies,
it
which
is.
like,
It did feel like a bit more of a tribute movie to Paul Walker, to be honest, than anything else.
I think if you want to watch them now, you just need to write off the car loving thing and just say it's an action movie with cars in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I think The Transport is probably more of a car movie.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, definitely.
Think about it. You know,
That Audi's sick.
that's what I mean. If you want to watch a movie with Audi, like I think he's got a BMW in one. And
Yeah,
an Audi in the
yeah. I
other
think he's got the M5. Was it in one of them?
one. Like, and they're beautiful cars. If you want to see some driving, some good driving scenes, like.
Yeah, definitely. The chase scenes in that movie are fucking phenomenal.
Do you know what I mean? That's got more car driving than probably any Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, definitely. I love Vin Diesel, man. I think Vin's a fucking legend as well, man. You know, so
Vin Diesel, awesome.
yeah, proper legend. And you can tell he hurts when he talks about Paul Walker as well. Like, you know, it's sort of like you can see the emotion in his eyes and shit's really there, isn't it? Anyway, we're going way off topic, mate, because we're talking about fucking car shows and shit. So let's get back to where we're meant to be. So yeah, do you want to carry on with your story, dude, or?
We'll do. So the engine brought to the public and everything by now. Chrome's left. So Chrome basically left after many different things. Left the project in James and myself's capable hands, and James just went from there, and we just test, develop. We get ideas from... The cool thing is we get ideas from just everyday things in life.
Yeah.
So many things that just do with the normal everyday can be pulled into the game.
Yeah.
Like things just like the gas mod.
Gas mod?
Petrol in your cars.
Yes. Yeah.
You can now turn that on and go to petrol stations and fill up.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a petrol station thing. Ah.
Yeah, if you turn on, if you hop in a car,
I'm literally, I'm just going to get off this animal now. So, let me try that.
it'll show you where the petrol stations are, and you can go there and fill up. You can run out of petrol in your car.
Yeah.
Like your car will run out of petrol and die. And that's the kind of stuff that I think people will enjoy. And like, I think the first day that we released that, I got a picture of a fella posted on our page with a picture of him with a tow truck towing his car.
Yeah.
Because he ran out of petrol. Towed
Brilliant.
his petrol station.
Filled it back up and away you go. Where's it at? The petrol mod.
Vehicle options. Vehicle mod shop. It will be in the new African performance shop.
Cool. I got it. Fuel usage mod. Yeah. Cool.
We've even got like drag parachutes that actually come out that are visible and stuff. We've got launch RPM. Like we've got two steps.
I was going to actually ask you how that works. So I did have a little play with it the other day. I was like, oh, I'm not sure I've got that working properly. How does that work? Have you got to just like hold both buttons, or does it just launch it?
So launch control is basically the two-step. It's more of a two-step mod than a launch control.
Yeah. Okay, so how does it work?
So
I've just got to go and fill my car up a second. This is something that's got to be done.
Oh, you off to a fuel station?
I am, yeah. I'm on my way. It's down there.
You got one of those modded TUs on,
Yeah.
driving your plane around, mate.
Yeah, it's my own little personal one. In
Even
fact,
that's something I should actually talk about quickly. We did the first script bypass.
yeah.
Yeah. There's proof of that on the Don Bros channel.
Cool one.
We did a script bypass on the original. Okay, I'll make this clear. There's two copies of GTA V Engine. The original one was made by James. That was never sold, never went public. And the one that is used by everybody was originally started by Chrome and left with us.
Cool.
And our original one had a script bypass in it.
No way.
It was basically, we just hit a button, it'd load our script folder, and yeah, the Don Bro did a featured video on that. It was very private, but we didn't actually give him the files, we just gave him a video of it.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah, there's been lots of crazy little
I
things.
was going to say, you've been first in a lot of things, definitely. Like, you know what I mean? It's been...
Protections. We were the first people to, you know what I mean, stop things like task clearing on players, so people couldn't freeze your players anymore. Stopping all the Molotovs, IP protection.
Yeah. There's a SMOD truck coming up behind you. I like it.
I won't say what it leads to, but my spoofed IP address is actually set custom myself, and yeah, if anybody types my IP address into Google, it'll take you to an interesting website. I won't say what that is.
I think it'd be like YouPorn or something. Guaranteed.
You've already basically said it. So yeah, my Pornhub redirect.
Fuck's sake, I was right. I love it.
Literally, my IP. Type it into your browser. Will link you to Pornhub. It's done that for 2 years now.
Brilliant. Love it. That was a complete guess, by the way, man. That was a complete fluke guess. I love that.
So yeah, you scroll over my name, it'll say 32 point something. And yeah, I was 31 point. Again, I haven't changed that in like a year, so I don't know if they've changed their domain or anything. But yeah, it used to.
I mean, 31.129.17.1. Yeah, there you go. It says you're in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam.
If you type that into your actual browser, like as a website, it should go straight to Pornhub.
Love it. Awesome.
So back in the day when people tried to mess with me, I was like, yeah, go.
Yeah, definitely. So with this fuel mod, when you've got a full tank of fuel, does it make the car heavier, or is it just the same, or does it change
it shouldn't mess with the math,
no.
the weight.
But it's just like a little extra on to the top, like.
I won't lie, I can't confirm if fuel actually changes weight. That'd have to be something I would have to check.
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying, 'cause it just felt a little bit like the car was heavier after I filled up, but it might just be...
It is possible. I'd have to check the math and see if fuel does affect the
overall mass of the car or whatever. Oh, yeah, very cool, mate. Very, very cool. So is there any options that you want to really touch on straight away, or...?
Yeah, I can run through a fair few things in a minute.
Cool, man.
I want to come park with you quickly.
Me too. I'll come with you as well.
The two-step mod bar, it's basically just a launch control thing.
Yeah.
If you hold the A button and hit the trigger, you'll see flames shoot out the back.
I was playing with the NOS the other day, actually, because of your NOS thing. When you hit it, you don't actually juice it. You know what I mean?
Do you see anything coming out the back?
Yes, I do. Yes, yeah, definitely. Proper flashy, mate. I like it.
But I will ask one thing. Well, what's the time now? I'm going to run to the toilet quickly. It's 10:48.
Yeah.
I'm going to run to the toilet real quickly, and I don't know. Maybe we just have a little 5-minute intermission.
Yeah, we can do that. Not a problem, dude. Well,
I'll be back, and we will
I'm going to find a few mods on here and just have a little play while you go and do that, because I've got all my shit around me. I'm just going to go grab a drink quickly and go for a piss. But all good, mate. Yeah. I'll
Alrighty,
speak to you in a minute then.
Alrighty, I'll be right back, everybody.
Cool, cool. So then, people, there we have it. It's well underway now, man. What are we all thinking then? Is this what you guys wanted? Like I said, this is what you guys asked for. So I thought I'd try my best to get it to you what you wanted. So it's yeah, a bit of fun. Must say, Sam's a very nice dude. I'll be honest, straight up with you guys, I've never spoken to him until today. Literally today is the first time I've ever spoken to him. So, alright, I am going to find this launch control quickly. Is it in vehicle options, I'm assuming? Vehicle mod shop, maybe? New African performance. Two-step launch control. So hold that. That's cool as fuck. That is cool as fuck. That's cool as fuck. Nice, I like it. Anyway guys, yeah man, let's have a look at some of these comments then for you guys. Jordan wanting to see some African dev options. We can't really show that because I'm not on African dev, and obviously I'm the one streaming it. People have judged him wrongly consistently. He's so nice. Yeah, might have to actually go by a day of just to have a look at it all. Yeah, mate, like I said, I'm glad I could do this for you guys. Like, you know, and I'm really glad that they agreed to it, and it's something that I've been trying to do for nearly 12 months now, and it's only very recently that they've agreed to do it. So it's all good, man. What's RG loader? I missed it. Well, we haven't even covered that yet, but we will cover that if you want, dude. No worries. Where's your dad? Your dad's gone for a quick drink and a quick cigarette and a quick piss by the sounds of it. So that's all good. But yeah, start throwing some questions. How did you come about SMOD? You contacted. How did this? Like I said, it's been 12 months in the making. This stream, I asked for this over 12 months ago, and the boys were a bit like, I'm not so sure we want to do that. And I kept at them, and I kept at them, and I kept at them, and I finally got one of the Africans on stream, which is always a nice thing. But yeah, I'm glad you're all fucking in. Like 75 of you, and it's been like 75, 80 of you all fucking night. Oh, Seth, whatever, man, whatever. And it's up to me who I work with, dude. Remember that. Sell Samuel fight his kangaroo. Mate, have you seen the fucking beefiness of these kangaroos? They're fucking scary, man. They are proper scary. Let's fucking throw this back to over here for a second, just so we can get back into this and see some of your guys' comments flying up through the screen. You still think they work for Microsoft? I'm pretty sure he doesn't. 90 ounce. What? That makes no sense to me. Okay, so can I be your dad, or are you talking to Sam? I'm sure Sam's more than up for it. I can choose what I do. I don't know who you think you are, but you're no one to me, man. Not after that. Shit the bed. You like to make it about yourself, don't you? But no, it's not happening. It's not happening. Like I said, I've got more than enough gifts to give away. The fact that I choose not to give away a console made by you, whether it's for Enforcer or for Purge or for whoever, that's my prerogative. I can do as I wish. Like I said, if you want to give a console away, go and give a console away. Do it on your own platform. I've got nothing against you, dude, but I just don't want to work with that sort of... No, it's not happening. I'm not going to get into that. It's not happening. Yeah, because like you said, Seth, I do it for the views. It's got nothing to do with the community at all. Man, whatever. I'm not going to let you get to me, because that's all you try to do to everyone. So see you later. But there we go. Patrick, that's awesome, brother. Thank you very much, dude. Like I said, we're going to be putting together a massive giveaway for next year, which is going to completely destroy this one. I'm hoping to give away next year an Xbox One X, along with our GHs, along with all the stuff that we've got this year. As long as obviously GTA modding and modding in general is still a thing, which I'm sure it will be in 2018. Next year is going to be an even bigger giveaway if I can make it happen than this year. So it's all good. It's all good. Like, I know. In fact, what I will do very quickly for you guys while he is out, I'm going to quickly throw up the old fucking Xmas giveaway flyer, because of this, guys. That This is with the date confirmed, so this is new for all of you. Nobody really knows what the date was properly, so here's the date, here's the times, 2 streams. They'll be starting, obviously it says that it starts at 6:30 UK time, and we're going to be going until 2:30 in the morning to get through all of those prizes. It's over 45 prizes, and it's going to take over 8 hours to give that stuff away. I'm going to give everyone as much chance as I possibly can to enter, and to be as fair as I fucking possibly can, I'm going to be using a bit of software, well, not a bit of software, a website where all you've got to do is go and like SMOD, and that is it. That's the only thing you have to do to enter. It's completely free to enter, and I will be giving away over 45 prizes in one night. Well, one night slash the next day anyway. So yeah, this is the biggest modding giveaway that asked Sam himself, like, and Sam was like, yeah, it's the biggest modding giveaway he's ever seen. It's the biggest modding giveaway I've ever seen. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm hosting the biggest modded giveaway ever. I think that's fair to say. So yeah. Yes, but no, definitely, like I said, the old drama alert thing, I think might be a new thing in the new year. Let me guys know, like, would you all tune in for that? Would you like to see like a drama report once a week, maybe just a pre-recorded video going over what's happening in the modding community, or you know, anybody that's got any information that wants to be put out on it, we can do that as well. Have like an announcements, have who's the scammer of the week or whatever, like, you know what I mean? We can do anything like that. This is your platform as much as it is mine, you know what I mean? So right, I'm gonna go and have a quick cigarette, well, I'm not gonna have a quick cigarette, I'm gonna go and get a quick drink because I've just run out of my drink. So I'm gonna put some music up and then we'll be straight back for a second, but I'll leave that there so you guys can have a look at the prizes and mull over that for a second. But yeah, it's pretty fucking phenomenal really when you look at what we've got to give away. It's next level shit. Yeah, I do like it. Oh, yeah, cool, man. Yeah, nice. Okay. Okay, man, there's a load of people like, yes, 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 you want that shit. Okay, people, so I don't see any reason why we can't do it. Obviously, I've got to stay as impartial as I possibly can when I'm doing my Q&As, because that's what I try to do. Yeah, you can call me a Purge fanboy. I used to work for Stereo and he's a good mate, whatever, but I try and do this for the community. I don't try and do it for me. I don't try and do it for anything else other than trying to get messages out for the people behind the scenes. And like I said, I do it to try and make sure people realise that the people that are looked up to as these modding gods are just normal people like me and you. You know what I mean? We're all we all bleed the same fucking shit. Let me get rid of that. Where's that to? SMOD. Oh,
alrighty guys, I'm back.
He's back. Cool, cool. Right, mate, I'm just gonna go and quickly grab a quick drink. I've just put the just released the details on the Merry Smodmas show giveaway, so people now know that it's happening next weekend, 16th to the 17th, from 6:30 UK time to 2:30 UK time. 2 separate streams, 2 4-hour streams each, and we're gonna give away over 45 prizes. It's fucking crazy.
That should be wicked.
Mate, like I said, I'm more than anyone that's donated will get a link straight to the chat for that, and that's the way I think it should be. Like, you guys have made this stream what it's going to be next week, so with everyone that's fucking done it, yeah, it's mate, I just asked everyone if they're up for seeing this fucking drama alert sort of styled Q&A, and everyone's like, yes, 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 yes. So I think it's definitely going to be happening in the new year. So that's something to look forward to, man. Definitely. Like I said, like after the big giveaway that I'm doing, I am going to shut down my streaming for a couple of weeks, and the first stream back will be Silk Road, and then we'll start thinking about the new year and who we've got on and what's going on. So yeah, it's all good, man. But loads of people, mate, showing their support, and I think a lot of people have taken on board what you're saying, Sam, and have looked at you in a different light, because of everyone does see you guys as the big scary Africans, like, you know what I mean? I've never really been to that point where I'm starstruck by people, because I've been around the people that have always been at the top of the game, sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's very strange, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna click off of this. I'll put the Merry Smodmas thing back up at the end anyway, so we're going to come out of that and we'll go back to Discord quickly, and I'm going to go and grab myself a drink very, very quickly, and then we'll crack on with this shit, mate. Yeah,
Sounds good, man.
cool, 2 seconds. Right then, can of Red Bull achieved. We're all good to go. Part fucking 2, mate. Part 2 is on.
Sounds good, man.
Well, I just had a little go with the launch control. How does this work then? Because of I'm holding A, and you hold down trigger.
Yeah, basically it's more of a two-step mod than actual launch control.
Right. So it's literally just to flash them out.
It's basically, yeah, it's basically just a. You can set the launch RPM and things like that, so your car will launch at a certain RPM. So that kind of more does that.
Cool.
Vehicle options. You see what I mean, bud? This is my little office.
That's pretty cool, dude. There's a lot of fucking funny cars because like you were one of the best, like you were the first to like save funny cars into the game.
Yeah, we were the first to save funny cars and maps and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's that Liberty City fucking bumper.
Yep.
That's cool as fuck, dude. I like that.
If you want, you should show some of these on the stream.
Yeah, definitely. 'Cause I did download both the packs, like, so I've got all the stuff that you said for me to grab before we started. I haven't really played with the funny cars that much because I've just been getting to like. I wanted to be able to know the menu a little bit before we did the stream, like, you know what I mean? Because nobody likes to look like a complete noob when they open a menu.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
It is, mate. It's one of the most complex menus that. Well, I think it must be the most complex menu there is.
Yeah, definitely would be.
I mean, like saying that as well. I mean, that obviously it can go against you a little bit because, like I said, I get my little boy to test the mod menus that I particularly review, and he went through yours, and he's like, "There's just so much stuff. I get a little bit lost in it."
Oh yeah, you can get lost in there pretty easy.
I mean, my lad's a 10-year-old, like, you know what I mean, and he's been modding with me alongside me as he's been growing up and stuff like that, and I've shown him different menus and all the different things, and he's like, well, like, where's this? I was like, I'm not sure. There's so much stuff to go through. Like, it is, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. Green lasers, fire truck, water cannons. Yeah, it is nuts. There's so much stuff. Right, should we go through the funny vehicles? Which is that one. Is it in vehicle spawner? No. Funny cars menu, that would probably be where it is. So load funny cars, like how many? We'll start with the Xmas chopper because it's right down the bottom and it is kind of Christmas, so we'll start with that one. Oh wow, it's a spinning Christmas tree.
Are you showing your gameplay or?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yeah, that might help. Good man. Right, let's get that back onto PVR and transfer that. There we go. Sorted. So now people can see what I'm seeing. It's always a good thing.
Sweet, we can show a few of the funny cars.
Yeah, so this is the Xmas chopper, which is the big the big Christmas tree that spins around. Which is pretty cool. But yeah, is there any particular ones you want me to throw up straight away, or?
Let's have a look. I've got a giant file full of them.
I was gonna say, I bet you've got more than what's been released as well, haven't you? Because obviously.
I actually released everything that I've got.
There is a fucking load of it, mate. It's crazy. When you look at the amount of funny cars in it, it just keeps going and going and going and going. I've been scrolling up for ages and I'm on S. It's like, what the fuck?
In mine, I've got 212.
I think it might be the same file that I picked up then.
and there's also a maps.
Yeah, I've got that as well. We'll go through that as well, man. Maxi IT20. Let's look at that. What the fuck? Oh, cool.
But so you keep things visible as you change to vehicles. I would go into the debug gun options, and you can delete the majority of close by objects in vehicles and peds and pickups.
Right. Into debug gun options.
Yep. I actually just cleared them all for you.
Cool, cool. Whoa, where is the
I can
clear?
show you.
Where's the clear button? Is that in object options or?
If you go to in the main menu, debug gun options,
Yeah.
you'll see delete majority of close by objects.
Oh yeah, yeah, I got it.
Vehicles, peds,
That-
pickups.
yeah, yeah.
I'll show you some of my favourites.
Cool. I cleared the area anyway. That's a massive issue of GTA as well, isn't it? With the lag in the game from people spawning too much shit in the game. There's like a limit
Yes,
in there
that's
and
a
items
very
that you
quick
can
way to-
spawn.
Basically, between 50 and 60 objects really will be visible to people, like other people. So doing many more than that will cause issues.
Right, I just wanted to get this with that particular, like, when you say like you're out in the desert where there is minimal amount of bits and pieces out there, can you spawn more objects?
You can spawn quite a few more for yourself, just in general,
Right.
like over 100, but there'll only be around 60 visible to other people.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I've often spawned funny cars and they've gone, oh, why is that missing a leg? Or, you know what I mean? Something like that. I was like,
Yeah, it means the game's spawned out.
it's the limit and it's hit it and there's no more.
These cars here that I'm in, if you can see them, these are our little evil cars that I got Naomi to make. I showed her how to do it.
Cool, let me come out of this. Funny cars. Oh, the ones with the red lights. That's what you were driving earlier,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, they're cool. They're very cool. Is that just the... Is that the light from the... what's it called? The... from the airport. The red light from the airport.
No, it's not actually. It looks similar, but this one's a lot brighter.
It does, yeah. It's got a nice glow to it. Another thing I wanted to touch on, because I know I used the African engine a long time ago, back when, you know, when we had the couple of weeks with Purge when it got released.
Oh, yep, for the beta.
Yeah. I jumped in the African UFO and the bit inside was spinning and it looked really good. And I spawned it again yesterday and the middle bit wasn't spinning.
Probably originally we had it attached to something.
Right.
We may have had like the normal UFO inside it spinning or something.
Right, yeah. I remember like the blades inside it used to move, and I spawned it yesterday. I was like, oh, the blades aren't moving, but it was just a cool little feature that I thought was something very unique that I've not seen any other menu manage to do at all. That's cool as fuck. That's a dirty looking truck.
Are the lights visible?
Not at the moment because it's daytime for me, but I can swap that around. Miscellaneous? Is it miscellaneous? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, now they're visible. Those spotlights are fucking brilliant, aren't they? I've seen a few fucking builds with them on. I'm like, yeah, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, this is just someone's truck they made.
Yeah, very cool, man.
One of the great things about our funny car maker is you can attach to more bones than any menu's ever been able to put together.
Yeah.
So you can attach into wheels and everything, but there's way more than that. You can save vehicles.
There's
with
a lot of
trailers
people
on
that
them,
didn't
things
realise,
with
like when
trailers.
you attach, say, something to a bumper, for instance, that you can open the bumper and the bits will move with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like, I
the
did
hood.
it. Yeah, I did it so like when my doors opened, it was like a battering ram that came out. You know what I mean? It's just something simple, but it's highly fun. Put in like a full cage around the car, and then when you open the boot, the whole cage lifts up, sort of thing. Like, you know what I mean? So people can't get in your car unless you open your boot.
Have you tried out the gravity gun at all?
I did, yeah, with the Vortex as well, man. It's very cool. We'll jump on that now. Actually, where is that? Weapon options. Gravity gun on. That's not a pistol. I did remember the first time I played with it though, the kick from when you shot the car, that's been reduced quite a lot, isn't it?
There's an option to change that.
Is that the force setting, shoot setting, or the sling force?
Yep. If you go to weapon options, gravity gun.
Yeah.
You got your sling force and your shoot force.
Yeah.
I'll turn on gravity.
Yeah, that's more like it. Sling Force 3, that's where it's at. Love that.
Vehicles.
Boing. Yeah, that's definitely a cool, unique feature for sure, mate. Right, I need a car. Where's the fucking car to? We've deleted them all. Whoa, where do you think you're going? You're coming back here. Yep, yeah. And into space you go. Beautiful. The Vortex is fucking pretty cool as well, man, where you can pick up like a load of cars and shit.
Oh yeah, Vortex is crazy.
Well, I need more cars. Come here. I'm too far away. Weapon options.
Have you seen the cartoon bullets at all yet?
Yes, I did. I had to play with them yesterday, actually. I'll throw them up for a second. Oh, come here, cars. Why are you not?
Have you seen what we've done with our fire truck at all? No one's ever done that.
What's that?
Go to your... you can do it together if you want. Go to emergency and get a fire truck.
Emergency vehicles and a fire truck.
Okay, then back out and go to vehicle options.
Vehicle.
Go to vehicle weapons.
Vehicle options. Vehicle weapons. Fire truck.
At the
water
top.
cannon?
Replace that.
Oh, that's quite cool, man.
I would go just tank missiles.
Tank missiles.
Once you've selected that, go back to vehicle spawner, back to emergency, and just respawn it.
Okay. Vehicle spawner, emergency, and where the fuck is that to? Fire truck. That's crazy.
Just another thing, I never really see many people playing around with it, but that's just another unique feature no one's done.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's cool.
It's pretty cool how the engine moves as well, like when you shoot.
Yeah.
Like takes the force.
Yeah, definitely. Just like when a tank fires, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Where is kind of that vehicle options? Vehicle mod shop, paint, quick paint. I've got my face on this truck. Brilliant. Yeah, that's a crazy little option, man. I like that.
So let me look for some of the nice funny cars. We've got some pretty crazy things in here. This is a vehicle that won one of our funny car competitions, this one.
That's cool, mate. I got those same missiles off of the fucking ship. Exactly the same ones.
The police, the thing is we can, because we've got basically a very advanced funny car creator. You can make things solid
Yeah.
or not solid, and make them invincible or not. So those actual police things are fully bulletproof,
Sick.
so they can't shoot through them.
I do like the little shovel at the front as well. That's quite cool.
If you were to get a gun and shoot it, you'll see the bullets will actually be on
shit,
top.
that's my fault.
Whoop.
I've still got fucking thingy on. Weapon options. Gravity gun off. There you go, sorted. It's over the other side of the road. It's all good. Didn't go too far. Yeah,
And at
well.
night time, the those red lights light up in the front.
Yeah,
of it
yeah.
and
I've
stuff.
got my. It's set to night time now, just so we can show off any lights that are on cars and stuff.
Actually, I'll do that quickly too.
So with the map mods then, like going into like that sort of side of stuff, like that's the same sort of principle as the car editor, I'm assuming?
Yeah, basically.
Same sort of thing. I mean, I noticed it saves it its own file format. So did you guys like arrange that as well, or is that just a simple change of
Well,
the
basically, at first, if you look in funny cars, in the Load African funny car, you'll see a lot of things that'll say like 6x6, 6x6, 6x6. Originally, we some of our users figured out how to save portable maps, basically. So those maps are connected to vehicles. So basically, you can spawn one of those maps at the airport, drive it around to where you want it, then spawn another vehicle, and it'll drop the map
Right.
in that exact spot.
That's quite a cool little thing. Yeah, I mean,
So they're basically portable map mods. The actual map mods, the other ones, are stationary.
yeah.
Pretty cool, because you can use them for lots of different things. Let's just say, for example, we don't have teleports saved.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no saving of teleport locations. But if you wanted to save a teleport location, right? Let's just say there's buildings like bank vaults you can teleport into. Let's just say I teleport into one of those bank vaults, right?
Yeah.
All I need to do is spawn any object. It could be a cell phone, briefcase. I spawn an object and save it as a map. I've basically just created a custom teleport.
Spawn point, like, yeah. That's very
So
cool.
It's pretty wild.
I've got to check out the other police. Cool.
Let me find some of our. We've got like Christmas sleighs and things like that. I'll have a look for.
That's cool. It's got my logo on the front as well.
Not sure if you've seen these ones. We've got the.
Oh, mate, that's brilliant.
Is this one visible for you? I probably need to actually delete some things.
Yeah. No, it's there. Is it just the thingy over the top? Yeah.
Yeah, it's got rockets and all kinds of things on it.
Oh no, I can't see any rockets. I literally just see the.
It's alright. I'll clear the objects.
That's
Have you,
cool.
have you seen this at all?
That's awesome. Actual sleigh.
We've got about 3 of them in the menu actually.
The dedication that people have to modding, like
I think
you know,
Naomi made this actually, because it's got the snowman on it.
that's kind of your party piece as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the snowman. Yeah, I was the first person to use that object publicly in free modes, and that's just been my thing since then.
I always thought, can you make it rain snowmen?
Ooh, I probably could if I wanted to. Not at the moment, but yeah,
No.
I could.
I always
Could
thought
do that.
it's a good little mod, mate. I reckon it's one that's definitely worth looking into. Have raining
I mean,
snowmen.
even the Purge menu had this snowman attachment in it at one point. It would have probably
Yeah.
been removed by now, but in the object attaches, it said Samson snowman.
Yeah,
You probably remember the Purge had a snowman and it was like 3 of them stacked on top of each other.
yeah.
And I was like, Stelio, that looks retarded. Put my snowman in, and he did actually. I remember him putting it in. It said Samson snowman. But James wanted me to get you to check out while you're streaming. Have you been in our creator mode, our advanced creator mode?
I haven't really got into that yet, no, because obviously like, I've just been kind of running around the menu and trying to find out where bits and pieces are, and
Well,
it is such
if
an
I was
in-depth
you,
menu.
I would go to creator menu, mate, if you can.
Yep.
Go to spawn creator object.
Spawn creator object, yep.
Go down to ramps.
Ramps. Ramps, yep.
Skate half pipe.
Skate half pipe.
Spawn yourself one of them. And again, that's something we should talk about quickly too. We were the first people to spawn these. This
Yeah.
is actually a pretty big thing. This
This
is not
is
an object.
No, this is actually a map, isn't it?
This is what we call a collision.
Right.
Another thing we did way before everybody else is what you would have heard people talking about a year ago, object bypass or something like that.
Yeah.
The way they were talking about it. Basically allowed you to spawn these.
Right.
But now, if you go to creator and go to object spawner options, at the bottom you'll see a thing called advanced placement mode.
Yeah.
Go into that and tell me what you think and have a look around.
Oh, that's cool.
See all the options at the bottom of your screen?
Yeah, up, down, left, right. Yeah, man, that's cool as fuck. Spin. It's very intuitive as well, mate, which is always a nice thing. You know what I mean? It's sort of, it's easy to. I've never used it before, and I'm already moving it up, down, left, right. You know what I mean? Spinning the
Took
thing
a
round.
lot of time to get that nice.
Yeah. Cool, and you just press A and it goes to wherever. So if I press that again,
Yeah,
I can move it again. Yeah, sound. That's cool, man.
If you press X and drag it along, the easiest way to build things is to like place it where you want it, press X and drag it along in the right direction, and you won't have to do
Right.
anything. You can just press X and then drag along again.
Yeah. Do that one, that one. So copy and snap off. Nope. Turn ground checks on.
So basically, you'll just hit copy
Oh yeah.
and then drag it along.
Oh
and hit
yeah,
copy.
yeah. Okay, cool. And then you can move it whichever way you want it to keep it bang on, sort of thing.
But if you want to keep it really bang on, let me show you what I'll do. Creator. Depending on what angle you move the stick, it'll slide straight along.
Yeah, I think I've seen a video actually of somebody building a ramp using that method, like literally just building it up and building
So
it up
I'll
and
go
building
skate
it up.
half pipe. Can you
Yeah.
see my one right now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll go into advanced placement. I'll rotate it.
Yeah, just copy, move up, copy, move up, copy, move up.
Yeah, that's basically it. You've got a nice half pipe now.
Yeah, man, definitely. That's cool as fuck, man.
So it's real nice when you
So with the creators peds, you can spawn peds to put into your build?
yes, we can spawn peds, put them on funny cars, make them do animations, scenarios.
Right. So you could have like a stripper doing a pole dance on the back of your Jeep.
You can
sort of
even
thing.
name your bodyguards.
Yeah, mate, that's a cool little feature. It's like the fact that you've got so much control over the bodyguards is awesome.
One thing we can show too, if you want to follow me, I'm going to teleport down to the beach.
Cool, cool. Plows your teleport options. Huh. It says you're an African. I can't mess with you.
Oh yeah, Sorry about that.
No, it's all good, mate. It's all good. I didn't hit the teleport thing.
Alrighty, vehicle spawner. Just grab yourself a car.
Okay. Let's go for one of my favourite cars in the game.
Oh, follow me, mate.
What the fuck? You just... I didn't know
You can drive underwater on GTA V Engine, mate. And your car won't die.
That's cool as fuck.
On by default as well, so if you ever fall in the water.
That's cool as all hell. Have you got a way to stop us from drowning?
I don't think I do. I think it's just the God mode. I'd have to check that actually. Yeah, it's just God mode.
Yeah. It's all good. I'm not dying, as you say.
Yeah, you can drive around under here with your cars, and you won't kill them.
That's cool. I like the way there's oxygen coming out of where I am as well, inside the car. Like,
yeah, the bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can drive underwater and other stuff too.
That's cool, man.
We've got like a surfing mod where it attaches you to like a jet ski, makes it invisible, and you can surf around.
Is the Moses mod? That's the one where it parts the water, isn't it?
Yeah, you should show people that.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty trippy.
Where is that?
I think it's in Misk still.
Is it? Cool.
Yep. 4 up at the bottom of Misk.
That's crazy, like, just driving into the water, it just moves away from
I've
you.
never done that with a car, we just usually do that on foot. Because we made that before we made drive underwater.
Right. It is awesome. I'm in the middle of the water and I'm dry. Oh shit, I fell down a ridge. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Very cool little fucking feature. I like that.
So you've got the... Have you downloaded the object list?
Don't know. Don't know if no, I think I just did the maps and the cars, dude. It's all I've downloaded.
If you go to creator mode...
Yep. Creator menu.
Go to spawn creator object.
Creator object, yep.
Second from the bottom will say all objects.
Yep. Please download Africans INI from blah blah blah. From NiNJA. And place in your GTA folder.
If there's any chance you could whack that on, I can show you our previewed. We've got an actual preview mode.
I can try and get that done and move it over with. Will it load up straight away even if I just drag it and drop it?
It should do.
Cool,
it should do.
Right, so where am I going? XP Online, Africans. Start up my browser. There might be a little bit of lag in the stream, people, but we've got this.
It'll only, I think it's like a meg and a half download.
It's just because of my computer struggles with everything that it's doing at once, mate. That's all it is. I need a better computer.
That's alright, mate. I know how it is.
.NiNJA.
And that'll just be an INI file you stick in your GTA folder.
Cool.
Make sure you type it in case sensitive.
Yeah, I've got that, I think. .ini. .form. sure I've got that all right. Case sensitive. Nice. Dot zip.
Yeah, I think you'll
Hold on, I and I has got to
like
be
that.
capital I and I. Dot zip. Not gonna work. Come on. Oh, what have I done? I typed something in wrong. XBLS, NiNJA.
Should work as long as you make sure it's case sensitive.
Aha, I see what I've done. There's a dash, not a dot. Hey, got it.
Beautiful, you found it?
Yeah, yeah. No, I put
That saves me, I was just about to try and look for it.
it's all good, mate.
So
I got
much
it, I got
stuff.
it. Right then, let's get rid of that. Let's open up neighborhood wherever you've gone.
Did you take it out of the zip?
I'm just about to now. Yeah, I'm gonna.
A couple
drag
of
it.
people put the zip on and were like, why is it not working?
So literally just the I and I out of the folder, yeah.
Yep, just the INI straight in your GTA folder where it's like
Nice.
default.xex.
Open up neighborhood and get that in. Come on, neighborhood. I know there's lots going on. Sort yourself out. Neighborhood's a dodgy fucking.
Real time. Our
Yeah. Neighborhood is a dodgy bit of kit, innit?
objects.
Considering it is what a lot of people use to make.
Neighborhood can be your best friend or your biggest enemy.
Yeah, you know it. Right, GTA is in games. And in games we have the GTA folder. And just drop it straight into the GTA folder, yeah?
Yeah, brother.
No worries. And that is in. Should be anyway. Yeah, Africans I in there. So
Right, you should be able to open that folder now. Open that
Thanks.
directory.
so just back out and open it again, yeah?
Yeah, just back out and go to creator menu, spawn creator object, all objects.
Oh yeah, shitloads of them.
What I'd like you to do is go to preview, and if you could show that to the stream, that's something
Preview
that's pretty nice.
X. Whoa.
Scroll down, you can hit X again.
Cool. Just loads it right out in the middle of nowhere, sort of thing.
Yeah, puts you up in the middle of nowhere, and you can preview your objects. You can search through the list as well.
Yeah, I'm just about to. That and hold down. Yeah. I scrolled right the way down for a little bit. There's a lot of stuff that looks the very same.
I was going to say, and if you see the thing, look at that, 7,700.
Shit. That's a lot of stuff, dude. I just spawned what looks like a rock.
Oh, wait a second, look, I'm here too.
Fucking hell, you can spawn whole houses. Shit the bed. That's cool, dude. There's some windows.
I'm in the center, spawning rocks and things. The rocks are pretty funny. You put them on a vehicle or something,
Yeah.
make it solid, drive around a big ass rock and just hit things.
What is that? It's like some
Yeah, we try to make it pretty good. Like, we try to think like Rockstar in a sense. Like,
yeah.
what would they do if they made a thing like? So the preview system's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's something special, dude.
I won't lie. I've sat here for like half an hour going through things.
It's just such a massive list, isn't it? It gives people so many options.
So if you want to get creative, if you like building things, this is really where you want to be. Up in the sky, previewing your stuff.
Yeah.
And when you're back out of it, he just drags you back to where you were.
Well, that's crazy. And I'm back on the beach. That's awesome, dude. I like that. I like that a lot. Right, I need to go for a quick wee, and I'll be straight back, my mate.
I was going to say, give me 2 minutes, mate, and I'll be right back to you.
Cool, man. I'll whack some music on for the people then while we go and have a quick toilet break, and then we'll go from there.
Beautiful, mate.
2 second music and turn up. Sorted.
Invincible.
Well then, it's going pretty well, I think, peoples. We're in like nearly 2.5 hours into the stream, man. We've got lots of little extra bits to cover as well, man. But yeah, it's going very well. Well, thank you all for fucking sticking with this, man. Yeah, it's been educational, I'm sure, for a lot of us. Definitely, we all it's all nice. It's nice to hear the stories behind Africans, because, like I said, this has never been done before. They've never been really public with anything that's happened in the past or anything. So it's sort of, like I said, they did explain themselves for what they were doing, but it's up to you guys to make your own opinions. I'm going to try and be as unbiased as I can be, like I do in all my streams. But what's going on in the chat? Okay. Jamie Sound's got a question. Gilbert, okay, man, I will ask him what RG loader is. Something that I've never used. I think it's part of the dev kit side of things, isn't it? Never ever used RG loader. But yeah, it's all good, man. It's been a good laugh, isn't it, peoples? It's been a good laugh. What was I going to do? I was going to get rid of vehicle options, vehicle mod shop, Africans performance mod shop. We're going to turn off that, and we're going to turn off that. And we're also going to turn off. Is that in there? I think it's. Oh, there it is. Analog relay. We'll turn that off as well. There. Get back to some sort of normality here before we crack on with the next bit. Thank you, people. SMOD for the win. Smash that SMOD for the win in the chat, people. Love it. What console are we on? We're on 360. No smoking allowed. Fuck off. That's my ting. You know that. I don't care. I know it's gonna kill me earlier, but fuck it. Man, yeah, thank you all for fucking stopping by for the stream. I know it's late in the UK now, man. We're going into like 1 o'clock in the morning in the UK. No, it's normal sort of time for the US, but it's a late one. It's going to be a late one next week as well, man. Starting early, finishing early-ish, about 2:30. By 2:30, we're going to have given away 3 RGHs. No, 4. 4 RGHs, 2 of which will be delivered in the new year, because they have to be glitched still. But 2 to be delivered this side of New Year, hopefully. All postage must be paid by the winners, and if you don't pay the postage, you won't receive the console. It's that simple. That's the deal that I've got with Tony and with my mate Chris, and that's the deal that we've got going on there. But yeah, are you back, dude?
Oh, I'm back, mate.
Cool,
I was just
mate.
letting you finish talking.
I was just saying, man, there's loads of people fucking loving this shit, mate. Like I said, we're still rocking 40 people strong. It's just crazy,
Beautiful,
mate.
Well, I guess I'll take care of the last few real things I wanted to say, and then really we can just take questions and things and play around and do whatever.
Definitely. One quick question that I did want to cover before we get that. What is RG Loader and what is it for?
RG Loader. Okay, RG Loader was made by... Ooh, someone would know. Basically, RG Loader was made by a couple of people.
Alright.
The person that continued the development after the creator left was Tidar, ED9.
Right. And this is the original ED9, not the one that everyone hates.
This is the proper one,
Yeah.
the actual developer. The other guy just was a PayPal key vault seller, I
Yeah.
believe. So RG is retail glitch.
Retail glitch. How does that work?
Retail glitch.
Is that like a dev console?
It's a
then, or-
dev kernel,
Right.
basically. So people like to use it because it offers some more features and things that it's basically the closest thing you're going to get to a dev kit without actually having
A dev kit.
a dev kit.
Right. So do you boys use RG Loader in your development then?
No, we use actual dev kits.
Right. That makes sense.
They do make RG Loader for dev kits, and they do make it for RGH.
Yeah.
But you've probably seen there's a I won't name names, but somebody released a rip-off copy of the latest RG Loader that's like spoofed to this dashboard, so
Right.
it will work to a degree.
But it's not the full working device like it should be.
No, the full working one is kept in-house at NiNJA. People
Right.
do have it, but
But it's a very private thing.
yes, yeah, it's a very private thing.
Yeah, some things definitely.
To be honest, if anybody wants to really know about RG Loader, you're best to just to Google it. They'll explain it a lot better than I could,
Right.
or YouTube it and you'll see people running it.
Cool.
Unless you're trying to develop things, there's really no need for it. Some people like it because they just want to check out the interface and different things, but
Yeah.
to me it's
It's something that I've
nothing.
never even used. I have heard about it, but it's nothing that I've ever needed. Like, you know what I mean? When I'm breaking down DLCs and stuff, I use Velocity and all the normal stuff that way. Like, you know what I mean? It's just the way that I've always done it.
Yeah, don't you just use like Horizon to
Yeah,
get
you can
inside
use,
the DLC packets?
rip the actual DLC packets out through Horizon and then use Velocity to edit them basically and go from there. And obviously GTA texture tool and shit like that to view them before you change them and shit like that. That's what I do. But no, I've spent many hours rehashing this game, I must admit. I have fucked up my white though, which is something that I need to work out why I've done that. It's sort of like a bluey tint colour.
Oh, the colour white.
Yeah, the colour white is now like a bluey tint, which is fine.
What,
It
in the
does-
whole game, or
Yeah,
just for
in
your
the-
HUD?
in the whole game with cars. So it's
Ooh,
definitely, yeah. Basically, it's because I edited the what they call the number plates, and got in and found the actual number plates and edited them so they're actually my own plates. Like, I don't know if you can see that on stream, but it's got my name at the top of the number plate, and
I see.
Yeah, so that's sort of like, that's what's done it. I know what's done it, but I don't know how to fix it. I've gone back into it and replaced the white that should be white with the white again, and it just comes back out to being blue. See, like the blue on the wheels? That should be white, obviously.
Guess you're gonna have to scan some files and find out where it's hiding.
Mate. Yeah, I know where it is, but every time I try and reload it, because obviously they work in DDS files and DDS1 and DDS5 and DDS6, you know what I mean? And I've tried.
There's probably white somewhere else that it's affected that hasn't been replaced again.
Yeah, it's definitely something like that. It's.
If I was you, I would just get a program that you can like basically CRC files with, and just compare them. Just start, if you know the area of it, just start comparing with an original.
It seems to be, as soon as you load the, I think it's like multi-vehicle or something like that. So obviously it's a colour that gets used on multiple vehicles, and that's where the plates are. And once you get into that file, as soon as you do that, it corrupts the white file. It's really unstable, right? So I don't know a way around it. I have been playing with it for a while, but I'll work it out eventually, you know. And it's not a mega issue. A little bit of white as blue is fine by me.
Oh, you'd know more about the ISO modding side of it than me, man. Like I was a big ISO modder back in the day, but they basically patched all the fun things for me.
Yeah. Well, the fact that I can have my own name on my own cars and shit like that, and change all that sort of, that was a proper draw for me, because it's like making the game your own, like, you know what I mean? It's sort of customizing it to your own design is something that I think's, you've got to look at things like Minecraft as well. Where would they be without mods? You know what I mean? It's sort of.
Oh man, I give you, credit to what you've done. Like you did the apartment, didn't you?
Yes,
you made your apartment all green and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw it, I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I replaced all the carpets with my own logos, and I think I put a NiNJA picture up on the wall and shit like that as well.
We have our creative sides, but I'd be too busy looking for exploits to do with vehicles or weapons or something. Where, you know what I mean? You looked into the right things. Yeah.
I looked into what interested me at the time, and I'm very image orientated anyway. Like, you can see that by the stuff that I post, and and things that I do. It's sort of, I love playing around with Photoshop. It's one of my favourite fucking things in the world. It's simple, but you can do so much with it. Anyway, what do you want to showcase next then, my man?
We can go through the menu. There's a couple more things we'll just get onto, especially something you asked earlier that I said I would talk about. Currently, what the Africans are up to, basically.
Right, yes.
And the things that have happened in the last couple of weeks.
And this is...
The first thing that really happened was the freeze cars.
Yeah.
Jiggy came out with all the freeze cars. We put in a freeze method for a few days after that happened.
What does that entail? Because I don't think I've actually had car freeze yet done on me, so I don't know what that is.
Freeze cars will just freeze the whole game unless you got protection.
Well, is that for everyone in the lobby?
Depending on the vicinity, they are literally just like IV. Did you ever mod IV back in the day?
I didn't know.
Well, back in GTA IV days, the biggest enemy was the freeze car, and they were basically just a vehicle set to a helicopter and an annihilator.
Right.
So when you hop in the car, it'll look like the car, but it'll take off like a helicopter. You have all the helicopter's physics.
Yeah.
If I spawned one of them over the other side of the map, you'd be fine. But once I get close enough to you that the game recognizes you, it'll freeze you unless you got protection. Right. And that's something we knew about for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Something we've been messing around with protections on.
Yeah.
Because we knew that, we knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to become public.
At some point, somebody was going to go, "Oh, look at this."
We knew about it privately for ages. We even knew Skyline had it working. That's the coder for Jiggy. We knew we had that shit for quite a while. So we've been looking into it.
Cool. So have you got a way to stop that then, or not yet?
We have stopped that pretty much completely. Well, I would say completely. Yeah. Like I said, James has put out a bounty to have people try to freeze him.
Yeah. And
no one's pulled it off yet.
Cool.
I've done a lot of testing too, with other developers as well.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I'll get onto. But Yeah, the last month or so we've opened communication with quite a few developers. Because
Definitely.
the big mission is to not just try to, anybody can just post, like, and we do appreciate everybody's support. Anybody can post and just say, do you know what I mean? Let's be more peaceful, do you know what I mean? Let's not mess with each other.
Yeah.
But unless people actually, sorry, my phone's gone off.
No worries, buddy.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
I had it muted before. Unless people actually make changes, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, we can all sit here and say, you know, we should play nice with each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But unless someone's got the pull to actually try to bring that together, it won't happen.
No.
And one thing, luckily enough, we do have. We've built a reputation. We've been pretty straightforward with what we do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, so you've been there since the beginning, like, you know what I mean? It's sort of, and like I said, not only that, things that James T has put out in the past that people don't even know is made by an African, like, you know, like JRPC2 and things like that, like, you know, which a lot of us use, but nobody knew that it was an African that had made. I mean, I didn't know until James told me himself. You know what I mean? It was sort of, it's like, no way, did you?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that people don't know, but I think the best thing is just to be transparent with people.
Yeah.
There's no point in saying this and that. Just tell them what's happening.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, it took somebody in the position, or people in the position that we are in, to go to the developers and, you know what I mean, have a conversation and talk about different things and what's happening with GTA. Like, GTA could have been a war zone this week and the next week in Christmas time, but we're hoping it's going to be the total opposite to that.
Yeah. Well, James said, like, if it doesn't work out, I will turn GTA into a war zone. I was like, wow, that's...
Well, I'm sorry to sound like that guy, but when you've been around as long as us, and you know the game as well as us, it's kind of like, we want the peace. We're going to approach everybody that we think needs to be approached.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to them civil. We handed out African kick protection to 4 menus.
Yeah, I saw
4
that.
people we know and that we trust to a certain degree. We are willing to implement that in some other menus. We won't be handing them the code. We can implement that on our side because we can detect their menus and stop it from happening.
Yeah.
But the code's been given to a few people, and I'll say right now, no, that has nothing to do with Purge bringing out kick protection.
No. I kind of touched on that
Everything's
with you
just
already,
happening
mate,
kind of around Christmas, so I will edge on that. The only thing I really want to say with the kick protection is that did trigger us a bit, and I'll say for good reason. The protection was all good. We were more than happy for the protection. Like,
Yeah.
if someone can put something together, sweet. But the protection kind of didn't just get implemented, and in our opinion at least, it didn't just get implemented in a good measure. It got implemented and chucked in our face.
Yeah.
It's at least how it felt, especially our users. It got implemented and chucked in the face, like the messages and the gamer tags and the nicknames, like calling them everybody Afrikaans, and it's not needed. Like, none of that stuff needs to float around all over the place. So that, the kick protection, good thing, but outsourcing for the code, getting someone to do that and then chucking it in our face, it was not a smart thing to do. Like, you know how the Africans are.
Yeah.
We don't really like to play games. We like to keep things pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can all just, you know what I mean, get along and make GTA fun again.
Yeah, man, it's like I said, it's an ambitious goal, and I hope it does get pulled off.
Like, don't get me wrong, we could trip on our faces and this could totally not happen. We could totally all go to shit.
Yeah.
But we are trying our very best to communicate with all the menus, to talk to people.
And how is the relationship between you guys and Purge at the moment? Because obviously, like you said, you feel like it's been thrown in your face a bit, and obviously the old African hashtag has been thrown around a lot. Like I've seen it
Yeah, well,
millions of times. Like
yeah, they're just not even the same. The people with gamer tags running around like
yeah.
that's the kind of
I've got a lot of
triggers
friends
people
in
up.
the scene that absolutely hate you guys for just being you guys. Like, you know what I mean? Just the fact that it's always been something in the menu that nobody else could combat. Like, you know what I mean? And as soon as something is combated, you'll release something else. That's, you know what I mean? It's sort of like it was an ongoing, almost a war. Like, you know what I mean? But not at the same time, if that makes sense.
And like I say, people hated us so badly for the kick feature. And
Yeah.
like I said to everybody before, if you weren't listening, we had 6 menus at least with features in them just to crash African users. We had to give our users something to defend themselves. We've got
Yeah.
many ways to crash people, and we had that. We had 2 options: give the people a way to remove the people from the session as friendly as they could, or freeze their console.
Yeah.
So that's all we could do. Put them in their own, like, get them out of the session. And to us, like, we didn't even think it was a massive deal when we implemented it. Like, it turned
Yeah.
into a massive thing. Like, we even said, like, that's the friendly way to do it.
Yeah.
People can't go after us for that, but they did. And it was like, whoa. I mean, if you think about the big picture, that's all we could do. We're not going to allow people to just keep freezing our users and attacking them.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Purge, honestly, we won't get into it too much, but we just haven't really spoken at the moment. Like, there's been the African saying and all that, and the game attack. Like I said, when the protection was pushed, I think the biggest thing that affected us and our users was the fact that they didn't just embrace the protection. A lot of people, because it seems like some kind of civil war, like you said,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Definitely.
many hardcore Purge people that have been around for I don't know how long. There's a lot of loyal African users,
Yeah.
and
Clashed heads.
when that protection came out, all these loyal Purge people just went straight to the African users with those crazy gamer tags, like you
Yeah.
can't kick me African and all this crazy
yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
it would have been nice if a little bit of peace was kind of brought into place in that situation, but it seemed to backfire.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of felt that as well. Like, I was like, I don't think was Stelio's complete game when it came to it, but like he was obviously trying to just protect his users as much as he can. You know what I mean? At the same sort of level as what you guys are trying to do. Like, you know what I mean? You're always trying to look out for your customers, and that's part of being the dev for a particular menu. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. But like you said,
Oh yeah, of course. It's simple why he did it. You know, any menu would want to protect from that, but yeah, it definitely could have happened a different way. But
Definitely.
like I said, we've got communication open with all these menus.
Yeah.
Again, there's dozens and dozens of menus, but the bigger menus, the ones that you guys all know well and most of you use, you
Yeah.
probably already know some of them that we're talking to, or you've already got kick protection because we've talked to them.
Yeah.
And we're trying to influence everybody to just be creative. Like, again,
Yeah. Bring it
No,
back to what it was
people
like back
say
when it was.
that- sorry, what's that?
Like, bring it back to where it was like 3-4 years ago, like before all that sort of stuff started happening.
Oh yeah,
It'd be
back in
nice.
2014, when there was a handful of us online here modding,
Yeah.
the experience was insane.
Yeah.
The reactions, it was just fun times. I used to just go from game to game, putting people in animations and just playing music. Used to have
Yeah.
dance parties.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it. I'd never seen it before.
Yeah, definitely. When you like, I did notice you haven't got. Is there a teleport all players to you option?
Yep. If you
There
go
is.
in online players, go to teleport menu. It'll say teleport play on foot to you.
Yeah, but can you do that to the whole lobby at once?
Go into all players,
Where's
all online players.
All players. I haven't got all players. I've got online players, and then it just shows me and you.
If you back out of that, it's under map mods.
Oh yeah. All online players. Oh yeah, I got it. If you remove all from bad sport, that's got to be a bit of fun, and just go in and clear out bad sport. We should do that for the Christmas stream as well.
I was going to say at Christmas time, yeah, go in there and have a bit of fun.
Jump into bad sport and remove everyone from bad sport. Rockstar's not going to know what fucking hit them.
Just go in there and empty their lobbies. They can turn those servers off and put more servers on for the actual lobbies.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, we should do that. We should do that in the Christmas stream, definitely. You can go in. And
I'm not sure if you saw what I got up to last year, but on Christmas Day, I tried to get as many people on as I could, just turning everybody into snowmen and turning on the snow.
Yeah, brilliant.
And we just had lobbies after lobby of people. I was just putting money in everybody's bank, going from lobby to lobby, bringing them into the apartment.
I see the attached snow vehicle train. Is that with all players? That's everyone that's in a vehicle.
Oh, that's my baby. That's something old school that we had. Vehicle train is something that we started doing like back in the day. Basically, you could you could attach your car to another person's car.
Yeah.
Or you could tow truck it, sorry, and it would just attach it to the back. So we do that, and then the person jumps out of the car into another one, and we connect another one, and another one, and another one. So we get a big train. Basically, we automated that.
Right.
So
does it
if you or me were driving around with 5 or 6 people in the game right now on the beach, and they were just normal people, no vehicle protection on, I'm not sure if we bypassed that for it, and we hit that, and you hit that, it'd connect all the vehicles to your car and train.
Cool, man. That's a nice little thing. I mean, I've played like that. That's in Purge as well, where you can attach a vehicle to it, and then you can obviously do like you said, jump out, get another vehicle, attach that, get. But your one's just automated that basically, yeah. Yeah,
basically we did that because me and James used to play with it all the time.
Yeah, it is an awesome one. Like I've had 4 or 5 vehicles like towed all in behind me, and also my favourite one was getting modders to stand on my shoulders, and we'd have like fucking a story of fucking people all stood on each other's shoulders, and then down the bottom you do press ups, and they all fucking fly up and down. Like it's funny as fuck. Yeah, one of my favourite little things to do, that is, definitely.
Yeah, we done a few dodgy trains. We all did the back in the day with Chrome on a community stream in 2014. We had a train doing the sex animation, and it was like 10 of us. All different crazy characters.
Brilliant.
Like a spaceman monkey.
Yeah, man. Well, the remove all bad sports thing's definitely got to be something that's done over Christmas. I think we should go and clear out the bad sports lobbies and see what Microsoft have got to say about that. Your bad sports lobbies are empty. What are you going to do now?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good laugh. Go in there, turn the snow on, pull them all out.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like a good plan, mate. Definitely. So what's next then, mate? The remote recovery system as well, that's something we've got to touch on, because that's fucking phenomenal, dude.
Yeah, we thought we'd finally get that all in there. Give it to the public.
Yeah, like the fact is I can send somebody a message. Where's it to again? It's in... Is it online players?
We try to use authorization systems for everything.
Yeah, so I send them a message, they accept it, and then we've got authorization to do it. Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's cool, man. And that did that stem from the CMD menu, or was that completely different sort of side of things? Because obviously the CMD menu, yeah, they can spawn their own cars and shit like that, can't they?
You can spawn your own cars in here.
Yeah, I know, but I can give the CMD menu to somebody else, and they can spawn their own cars. That's what it's all automated through the phone, isn't it?
Yeah, you're talking about a little co-host menu.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, I guess you would call it a predecessor to that in a sense, but it's different because that's more of a little mod thing, things you couldn't normally do, where we're just... It's more of a permission system. Is more of the important thing, like our RP system and rank system and all things like that. You can't mess with someone unless you ask them.
Yeah, which is fair enough. Like, that's protecting legitimate players as well, mate, which is always a good thing, definitely.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, there is people that don't want their stuff messed with.
Yeah, the fact that you can do pretty much a full recovery without even going on the person's profile and shit like that is fucking...
Even stuff that you can't even do in a recovery, to be honest, that's easy. Like, you can do remote crew rank.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, the only menu that I remember actually in it was Havoc.
Yeah.
Back in the day. And again, it's funny because I never said this. One thing we don't do, because this is something we support, you probably see there's certain menus with unique features. We will not go and copy your unique feature, or even attempt to. Like,
Yeah.
we look at what someone else has made that is actually cool and hasn't been done, and that's yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're always going to be intuitive and have a look at it, but you're not there to steal it, sort of thing.
Yeah, we're not there to steal things.
No.
Like, all the menus have their own unique things. And it's like, yeah, we could just take them all and put them in our menu.
Yeah,
But that's not
definitely.
what it's about.
Yeah, man, it's very, very cool, man. Just looking through it now, it's just fucking, there's so much stuff on there. It's like full on, basically a recovery without even going near their account, which is next level shit, mate.
But
Definitely.
we can go through the menu a bit if you want.
Yes,
Have you
mate.
tried out the heli bomb at all?
No, I haven't. No, I'll spawn a helicopter and turn it on. Vehicle options. Nope. Vehicle spawner.
Yeah, you should show that to the people.
Yeah,
I think they'll like that.
Helicopter. I'm gonna go for a simple fogger. So we are in that. Do I have to respawn once I've turned it on?
No, you shouldn't have to.
No, cool. Let's have a look. Vehicle options, vehicle mod shop. Nope. Vehicle weapons. Where's it to? Where is the heli bomber to? Heli bomber.
Heli bomb will be in vehicle options.
Yeah, I got it. Cool. Oh fuck a duck, mate. That's brutal.
Just do a little parachute and everything.
Yes, mate. That's fucking brutal. I'm assuming that little red... Does that red line follow me? Yeah, cool. That's cool
Yeah,
as
you got a little
fuck. Yeah.
circle.
Let's find different cars to blow up here. Fuck yeah. That's a brutal fucking explosion, man. That's well good.
Fair bit of work actually put into that. You can get fair high up.
That's the blimp explosion, isn't it? If I recognise it right, is it the blimp explosion?
I think it's actually. Let me see when it hits again.
I recognise the blue stuff.
It's a whole pile of explosions, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a crazy explosion, man. Let's get up nice and high so we can see it from the...
It tracks pretty well too. Like if you're moving.
Yeah. I love the way the parachute deploys as well. That's cool, man.
Yeah, we wanted to make that pretty cool.
Awesome. Is that at a certain level that it will deploy then? So if I drop it higher up, will it still deploy at the same level, or? Oh no, it deploys from a certain distance from the chopper. That's cool, mate. I like it. I like it a lot. That's a cool little feature.
Have you tried out any of the tachometers or anything like that?
Yes, I have. I've shown those off a little bit. The all the different fucking
Like proper automated gauges, just because
Yeah.
we're car guys.
Yeah, I spotted them. Let's go in there. Custom speedos. Does it work in a helicopter? It does. Yeah, they are crazy, man. The fact that you got the Need for Speed one in there as well is like, yes.
here's one for you. You know those like little situations where you just want to get through like a gate at the airport?
Yeah.
We have a solution for that.
I've got the car quickly. Show the speedos off. Oh, you fucker. I'll get rid of that. You son of a bitch.
If you want to teleport to me, I can show you something else that's actually
Cool.
pretty neat. Look.
Let's go to 9 players there. Another one until no. That one. Teleport's where. Cool. I'm here. Right. What's on?
Alrighty. Spawn yourself a vehicle, mate.
Okay. Vehicle options. Vehicle. No. Spawner. Cool. We have a vehicle.
Alrighty, go to vehicle options and head down to vehicle ghost mode. It'll be item number 10.
Yeah, I got it.
Alrighty. Drive through that gate and hold the X while you drive through it.
Oh shit. It went straight for it. That's crazy.
So we worked a little bit of magic there, mate, so you can drive through fences and things.
Yeah. You can drive through like solid. Oh fucking hell! You can drive through pillars and all sorts. So if I was to drive into a building, say that building over there, for instance, will I just drop through the map? I'm assuming. Yeah.
If it's
And I can drive back out again. That's sick.
if it's got solid floors and stuff,
Yeah.
you would just
Be able to drive around
yeah.
inside it, like yeah. I ended up inside the fucking box. That's cool.
So it'd be a good way to get inside things too.
Yeah, definitely. Does that work going through cars as well? I drive through you? Yes, I can. Nice one.
There's so many, and that's just another unique thing. Like there's lots and lots of little things.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is to think of something, but you know, you run into the gate a few times and you think, how do I stop that from happening?
Yeah,
You don't want to remove the gate. You still want that there, but
You want to be able to just go straight through it. I'm just driving through a wall. It's crazy. Awesome, man. Flying.
I'm sure you've probably seen we got the vehicle diameter, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, the wheel diameter, suspension.
That is in vehicle options. Where's that to? Drive on air. Where is the wheel dimensions? Just so I can show people quickly.
Vehicle mod shop.
Vehicle mod shop. Here it is, wheel diameter. Whoop! Tiny wheels. Big wheels.
So you've played around with the manual transmission a fair bit.
Yes, I do. It's got to be one of my favourite features in the menu.
You got the over rev warning, and you're stalling. You change the gearboxes.
Sort this back down. Menu transmission options. But yeah, left button and right buttons to go up and down through the gears. You see, if I try and take off in fifth, it doesn't happen. If you go back down to first, it does.
It'll start the car back up as well if you stall it.
Yeah.
I used to always have the stall thing on. You try to take off in second and it'll stall.
Yeah. The fact I can stay in first gear and just drift is just fucking. It was something I was just. Back when I tried the menu a long time ago, it was in then, because that's a really old feature of the menu, isn't it? Like you said, it was something that Chrome did a long time ago, so
Yeah, that was like one of the first ever things in the menu.
But you can change the speed, the overdrive. It's crazy. Like show gears off, on, engine stalling. Engine stalled. There you go. And we start back up again. Sorted. Over warning the revs. Rev over warning. Sorted, man. Yeah, that's a very old feature of the menu, man. I must admit, definitely one of the best selling points of the menu, dude.
Yeah, I love the manual transmission.
Yeah, it's something that I haven't seen anyone pull off to that standard at all. I've seen it in one or two menus, I think, but there's nothing as thorough as this one. I don't even know if it had manual transmission or whether it just showed the gears. I think actually, if I remember rightly, I can't remember what menu it was, but
yeah, I doubt anybody's actually pulled off manual transmission. They're probably trying to do something wacky.
yeah,
It wouldn't actually work properly.
no, definitely. It is definitely that's probably one of my favourite features in the menu, to be honest, out of everything.
You got all your custom engine sounds as well. That's pretty fun to mess around with.
Yes.
You want to make your car sound different.
Where's that to again?
That's just straight up in vehicle options.
Yeah.
Also
Change engine sound set. So yeah. I don't know how much people can hear because my PVR's turned down so they can hear us, but yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, man. If the viewers have any questions, I'm more than open to
Yes,
answering.
definitely. Alright, any guys who've got any questions, man, start throwing.
Some questions going.
Josh is saying that I'm a dodgy driver. Yeah, fair enough. I'll let you have that one. SMOD loving the African menu. It's a good menu, man. It's got to be. It's the top of the game, isn't it? So it's always good, man. I've had no fatal crashes. There's been no problems. Everything's good. It's always a good sign. Well, I suppose I should cover some of the questions that I normally cover, mate, which is things like how much downtime has the menu actually had? And obviously that's coinciding with NiNJA, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, basically depends exactly on NiNJA servers if we are up, to be honest.
I mean, they're pretty.
And NiNJA has
fucking-
very, very minimal.
Yeah, when it goes down, they get it up as soon as they can. Like, well,
They get it up as soon as they can. They'll reimburse you the
Yeah.
time.
Definitely.
At the end of the day, even big companies have downtime. So, to be honest, I've had more downtime with my internet from
Yeah.
Telstra, the biggest internet provider in Australia, than NiNJA's had downtime this year. So,
XB Online is going paid. Is that good with you, Sam?
yeah,
Cool.
that's their business, and they've been how long have they been free for?
Over 6 months now.
Over 6 months. Yeah, those
Yeah.
guys have been supporting the community and doing their thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I supported those guys as well. Obviously, I got to know Krasaki from doing the stream about Apparition Net when they first came back. Top-notch fucking tool as well, man. I must say, Apparition Net. I don't know if you ever used it or tried it.
I've never needed it because all the stuff in it that I would use,
Yeah.
we've got our own projects, private projects for.
Yeah. Have you got like a dev menu that you use personally? Then is I'm assuming you've got different options to normal users.
This copy of the build does have things that we're working on and other things like that.
Yeah.
Does it tell you when you go over my name or anything?
It says that you're a dev.
Yeah, so you will say that. You won't be able to do much to me at all.
No, it's when I go to online player options, it says that I can't fuck with you. Can't mess with you.
Yeah, this is definitely not this is our private build.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I can't do. Yeah, can't. Yeah, definitely stops a lot of things.
The thing is, we've always got some goodies for you guys. Like we'll never not have content. I don't think that we can push to the public.
Yeah, definitely. Jeff Smith says, "Are you guys ever dropping in price again?"
Sorry, what was that? You cut out for a second.
Are you ever going to drop in price again, or are you pretty much set on the same price for now until the end?
At this point, it's hard to really talk about that because it's got to do with multiple people, quite a few people. Because that's to do with NiNJA, Justice Partners, and James and other people. So yeah, that's nothing I can really answer, to be honest. But I guess we'll just wait and see.
At the moment, it's not looking like it's changing anytime soon. At the moment. But
yeah, there's nothing scheduled.
Yeah, it's always subject to change, like everything, definitely. What other menus does Sam like besides Africans? That's a fucking random question. Is there any menus that you rate on top of Africans? Obviously, you are the top of the game, so...
I judge a menu by its features, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't care who owns it or what it is.
Oh, you cut out. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. We might be having some technical
Yeah, we're getting a bit laggy.
Yeah.
Wondering.
It's fucking 4 hours into the stream, or 3 hours into the stream, whatever it is. Starts having a little bit of a fucking moment. That's all good. Let me get rid of this, and I can bring that back up afterwards, so that's cool. Give me a little bit more CPU power, see if that helps. Let's get rid of that as well. Alright, that should help it a little bit. Cool. So, how much is the menu on its own? I'm assuming that's... Well, he says how much is the menu, but it's inbuilt with NiNJA, so like we said, we've covered it.
All the prices will be on our engine page. That's probably the easiest way.
What I'll do is I'll also put that in the description when this is finished as well, so all the prices for NiNJA and for the African engine and all those bits, along with the video of Chrome's original menu. We'll put that all in the description afterwards, so you guys can check that out. I think we should test African engine versus Persian and modding war. That's not what this is about, Josh. Sort your shit out.
But I'm sorry, what you were saying before about do I rate any other... Honestly, I think the features speak for the menu, and I haven't really seen anything that's impressed me at the moment. Within features or really design.
I'll tell you what,
thing, like,
one feature
really
that I have, I'll be straight up
or...
with you, there is one feature that I have missed whilst playing with engine, and that's the purge wheel.
Oh, the purge wheel.
Yeah. That's something.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't think about that just then, and I did like the concept of that.
Mate, I use it all the time. When I'm in a lobby and kids are like, oh, can you mod my car? I press left and I press up on the D-pad and it's done. You know what I mean? Jump out the car and they can drive off. It's really...
I'll be totally blunt. I thought the concept was cool. I thought the look of it was cool. I remember when, I think Stelio was in the Africans when he was working on it.
Yeah.
It was this big thing. When I saw it, I just thought it was pretty cool looking. I was like, that's cool. I've never seen something like that. But I wasn't really a fan of the way it was utilised with those options. I thought the whole menu would have looked cool if it was in that.
Yeah, definitely. I said it, I think he should do more with it, but I suppose that
was just my opinion. I thought the whole menu would have been cool as shit, in the sense, like at least look-wise, if that was in the purge wheel. But
yeah,
the quick options, yeah, I guess that's cool. But yeah, I just thought that would have been better.
Yeah, definitely. What's the best tool to use as a dev? I'm assuming that's just dev kits.
The best tool.
I'm not
as
sure.
In like
I'm not sure what he means by it. That's I'm assuming,
that's
yeah.
A bit of a broad...
as a developer, what is the best tool to use? I suppose is what he's meaning. But yeah, that's
we'll be talking about like applications like Visual Studios.
I'm assuming that's where he's coming from. Yeah, like Visual Studios, obviously, Neighborhood Hicked Up, and all that sort of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's I suppose RG Loader comes into that as well, doesn't it? A little bit.
Yeah, for debugging and things like that.
Mm. What else have we got going on here then? What does he like about the purge menu? He just answered that with the way that he thought about the wheel, so that's all good. Why are 90% of African users dicks? Really? That's not a question. Come on, guys. Fuck's sake. Oh my days. Did NiNJA buy into Africans, or did Africans buy into NiNJA, or was it a joint thing?
The third option.
It was a joint venture. Cool, cool.
They do their thing, we do our thing, and we're exclusive with them.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't own any part of Engine, and we don't own any part of it.
Lucas Silver says, is it true that African Protections got released? They got released to certain menu devs. Yes, we've already covered that, dude. Scroll back up through these messages, see what else we got. Loads of people shouting out and stuff. It's no longer a Q&A. What? I don't get it.
You ever seen Robot Man, mate?
Robot Man? No, I haven't seen Robot Man. I'm trying to read comments and all this shit, man. Where is it? Holy shit. That is a big penis, bruh.
Well, we've got some dodgy ones. There's one with like a helicopter spinning on it.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that one, definitely. That's a beast of a robot. I have seen some amazing robots actually made by the community. It's crazy.
Oh, I've seen some, like, that one's pretty basic. I've seen some really crazy looking ones.
Yeah, definitely. What else have we got here? Give yourself 1 billion. Why would I do that? I miss car control, making people drive round like a ped. Okay, that's more of a statement than a question, but cool. Yeah, man, lots and lots of cool fucking things going on today, man. It's been all good. It's been awesome. Anything else you want to cover on the menu, buddy?
Ooh, let me have a quick peek through.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Not
only that, I'm going to find my Q&A actual questions. I'm going to get through some of them as well, because there's a few things that we've missed off that I think would be good to say. Where is my fucking file gone? That doesn't help at all, Stu. Sort your shit out.
One thing that's pretty cool is our interactive. We checked them out at all?
The interactive what?
If you go to spawn creator objects, you've got at the top it'll say new interactive objects, and you can spawn like the you can spawn different things like I'll show you.
Vehicle boost objects. Client vehicle explosion. Oh, I get them. Do they work as well?
They do work.
Sick. That's a cool little thing.
So you can make things and save them.
Yeah, I think Purge had the what's it called? The spanner to fix your car.
I do remember seeing that, but I don't think the spanner worked.
Yeah, it did. It did definitely. But I'm assuming that's the same sort of line of coding, is it? Not like those sorts of things. Float positions.
It probably is along the same line because they both do the race thing.
Yeah. Client vehicle boost option. Yeah, sound. Vehicle client explosion. What's that one look like? Oh yeah, the rockets. Yeah, cool. Yeah, man, that's cool as fuck.
Span or anything, we just have these ones.
Yeah, they're cool little things. Can you put those into your map mods then as well? So like if you're making like obviously a drag strip or whatever, you can have the boosts at a certain point or whatever. Like. Yeah,
there's actually in that bundle that you downloaded. You should check some of them out.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
There's in that creative bundle, there was
Yeah.
2 folders.
Yeah.
There would have been cars and maps.
Yeah.
Some of those maps are like obstacle courses that have been built with these, like car obstacle courses.
Load.
We've got to dodge them and different things.
Right, I've just literally gone into that because I'm going to scroll through them. 45 map mods on there at the moment is what I've got. Is that about right? So when I spawn this, will it spawn it just in the area that I'm at, or will it teleport me to wherever I spawn? It was spawned originally.
It's going to be a map mod, so it'll teleport you.
Cool. So if I go BMX park to start off with, just to. Oh, I only went in the hangar. That's cool. It's not too far at all. See, that shit's crazy, dude. Whoa. All right. Blow up plane.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all good. So let's go somewhere else.
That's only a small skate park too. We got big ones.
Yeah. Let's go to the chill house. Just why not? Oh, so it like preloads all the items and then loads it into the actual. That's cool as fuck. I like that.
You probably ran out of object spot because you
I've been spawning other stuff.
need to delete the skate park and then
Yeah.
spawn the other one.
How do we get in and out of here then? Just walk out? Nope. Let's go out of that. Okay. And deleted them and back into map mods. No, not map mods. Anyone you particularly want to show off it straight away? There's lots of shit on there. Maze Bank Wall Ride.
You can give online players vehicle protection now with engine as well. Like normal people, network protection from modders.
Oh, that's cool. And that stops them obviously having their vehicles controlled, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so when your friends are just driving their cars around, you can give them network protection and no one
Yeah.
can mess with them.
Right, we're going to go to... Which one should we go? Skate Park 2? Yeah, spawn spec Skate Park 2. Yeah, that's pretty fucking massive. Yeah, that's big. So when you've got this sort of layout then, could you have it so you could spawn, say, like the skate park with a load of cars and, say, a load of bikes, for instance, and then when you respawn it, the bikes will be there for people to jump on? Or is
Yeah,
that
you
something-
could.
Yeah. Cool, dude. Right then, we'll jump into some of these questions that I've sent you already, just so people don't think this isn't the Q&A like I told them it would be. But I think we've covered most of the history of you guys and the history of the menu, the history of GTA modding, which is something that we both said that we'd like to get covered. So that's cool. So, did you have any inspirations when you started, mate?
Probably just GTA, to be honest. That's really where I started.
Yeah. That's where it's grown from that, right? So, well, I suppose I'm assuming it's going to be engine and the success that you've had with that, but what do you feel is your biggest achievement in modding?
Biggest achievement, to be honest, would probably be getting to be like the second person to run a .xex menu
Yeah.
on here. Like being with Chrome when there was only 2 of us out of anybody that could do it.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Definitely. That's it's definitely a big achievement, mate, being there at the start like you guys were. Like, it's sort of this is quite a good question actually, like, because obviously you've seen the way that modding's progressed and the way it's going, and you kind of know like how 360s will be phased out, like Xbox original was phased out. So where do you see modding in 5 years time?
Ooh. I think there's only two answers for that: dead or very much alive. I don't think there'll be any in the middle.
Yeah, you think it's going to either die a death or...
I think within 5 years, Xbox 360 servers will probably disappear.
Yeah.
If you look at the lifespan of the old servers, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon for anybody, so don't be too worried.
Do you think that X-Link might take over a little bit from that then, or?
Sorry, what's that?
You know X-Link, with obviously where you can play with people offline.
Yeah.
You know, because there's always that option for us as modders.
Online system link for modders. Yeah. We did used to use that a bit back in the day, but I never ever saw those servers really full of people, sadly. But it could be usable for certain things. But again, it was only usable for system link games, so GTA would be ruled out.
Yeah, for sure. Could that ever be implemented, do you reckon? For GTA, or do they need the GTA servers before it all?
Yeah, depending, to be honest, because we are a modified console.
Yeah.
I can't really say that's impossible, but for retail or anything like that, you don't need good modders.
Yeah, definitely. So, where do you think modding is now then? Do you feel modding's like dying out now, or do you feel it's just very much alive now and cracking on as it should be?
It's very, very much alive. There's more people modding now than there was back in the day.
Yeah, for sure, man.
The community's definitely changed.
Yeah.
For the good and the worse. But it's not dying at all. Like I said, in 5 years' time, it's either going to be dead because the 360 servers will probably be shut off and the Xbox One hasn't been exploited, or it'll be very much alive because Xbox One has been exploited.
Yeah.
There is things happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, I've heard from lots of people that there are people definitely working on it. They have found ways to dump the NAND and shit like that, but we just haven't got an exploit yet. Is basically what I've been told.
There is things happening behind the scenes, but nothing worth mentioning.
Yeah, nothing to report home about yet.
Yeah, basically.
Definitely. So, what is your favourite mod ever then, dude?
My favourite mod?
It's a fucking hard question.
Honestly, it's probably got to be manual transmission.
Yeah.
Something that I would use use a lot.
Yeah. Use an awful lot, and like I said, it's probably my favourite option in the whole menu out of everything, I must admit. So what keeps you modding now then, as opposed to leaving? Is it just the money and the lifestyle, or is it the girls? What?
As stubborn as it sounds, I was here at the start, I want to be here at the end.
Fair enough, dude. Fair enough.
Like, you know, when something starts, I was here for the start of it. I saw the birth of it all. Yeah. I want to be here when it all burns. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to leave it behind.
I want to see it go down in flames, and then we'll carry on. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Right, and so, how do you fit modding around your actual personal life? Because we all know how much time and effort we all put into it. So, how do you find time for Sam?
I guess it's hard and easy. Sometimes it's like, I think the biggest thing is the late nights.
Yeah.
Most of the time when we work on things and do things, it's at night time.
Yeah.
But it can be all night. It could be like 7 o'clock, wake up in the morning, and then you may have to get up that day.
Yeah. You've got obviously the good team behind you as well, so like when one of you does crash and burn, the rest of them will pick up the slack a bit, and like you said, you've got James there, you've got like Nigel and all that. Like, does Nigel code with the menu as well, or is it mainly James that does the coding side of things?
James is really the wizard when it comes down to it. Nigel's just our boy, really. Nigel gets involved with things, helps with certain things. He's got his he's definitely got his skills.
Yeah.
And Nigel was one of the original. Nigel is the only original person from that African chat.
No way.
That is still with us. It's just me, Nigel, and James.
Yeah. Because I mean, you were like, obviously, like you said, you had V in the team, you had Stelia in the team back along, like, you know.
At one point, we had like over 12 people. Then it went down to like 8, then like 6. Then we had a lot of security breaches and different things happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
like any team does.
Yeah,
We've seen all the different teams have different things happen.
Yeah, everyone's gone through their own security problems and whatever, and definitely things like that. Do you see GTA being supported for last gen for much longer? That's quite a good one, because obviously they've stopped updates. And how long do you see it continuing being a thing? Like, obviously you said in 5 years' time you don't think the 360 server is going to be here.
Well, that's just going off the timeline. Like,
Yeah.
I don't expect for them to just stay up
No.
forever. I think, to be honest, it's going
Oh, you
to be
cut
years in
out.
it.
We're struggling with the old lag now, definitely, I think.
Yeah, we've got a bit of lag in here.
Let me come. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump off of GTA now for the people as well. I think we've seen enough of the menu. We'll finish up the Q&A and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the same. It'll
Yeah.
probably help us both.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to jump off GTA. I'm going to turn off my console, so I've got a little bit more bandwidth. And we'll go back to the old Discord chat. There we go. So there's that, and we're going to take it out of studio mode as well, so it's not two screens, it's only one. Preview is off, quality, and let's get rid of that, cool. Right then, do you plan on taking the menu to next gen if we ever can?
To next gen, it's definitely something we'd look at.
If an exploit came about, you would be definitely down for starting a new menu on next gen, or even moving Africans across, like.
Yeah, I couldn't confirm anything, but knowing the curious minds we are, like, we definitely would look at it. If an exploit happened, we would definitely be looking into it.
Cool, man. Cool.
I think everybody will be looking into it, but so.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been already looking at maybe like.
If I said no to that, I'd just be lying. So yeah,
Yeah.
obviously we're going to dig into.
Oh,
it
I
and see
looked
what
into maybe dumping the challenges and stuff as they come back out using like certain bits of software and stuff, just fucking rinsing it off the network. Like, you know what I mean? It's little things like that that I'm interested in, but I don't want to get my Xbox One banned at the same time. Have you banned an Xbox One yet?
No, but I have friends that have.
Yeah, I've seen a few pictures of people that have. I didn't Chrome break one. I'm pretty sure I saw him post a picture of him.
He did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that picture, going, "Ouch, unlucky dude." But
yeah,
he
man. Deactivated a
Yeah, that was game. See you later. Fuck off. Awesome, man. That's funny as fuck. Right, let me turn off my console because that free up a little.
That was a long time ago, and I think that was his goodbye to modding.
Yeah. It was like, I tried, I failed. Fuck it off for a bit until we can repair this shit. Definitely, it was good. So how often does the menu update usually? Is it just as soon as you can find a security glitch or a patch that needs pushing and then you'll push it automatically?
Again, this kind of coincides with personal life.
Yeah, obviously.
Most things get done not on weekdays. We all have lives and things like that, usually on weekends.
Yeah.
And usually for 10 hours at a time, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Quite a long time. Long periods of time, but gets updated quite a lot. Like in this last month, I don't even want to say how many updates we've had.
I've seen you guys push out loads of updates all the time. You're constantly updating all the time, so it kind of.
Yeah, like honestly, I've lost count. That's how many. But I guess that's a good thing. Like.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're always developing the menu, man. But I mean, you've always got that stigma as you are the top menu. You've got to keep at it, like, you know what I mean.
Like sometimes we push silent updates that are just little bug fixes that we know there's no point in commenting about. We don't need to post to say that we just
fixed a bug.
We even add things and don't tell people sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't even say to Jan, I'm like, why aren't we telling him? He's like, nah, just let him.
Let him find it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So
yeah,
how many
little things in the time?
How many current people use the menu? Have you got a rough figure on how many people are on NiNJA and African?
I would have to get back to you on that. I don't think I've got a problem answering that, but I'd have to get back to you on that one because.
Well, that'll be another thing that I'll throw in the description then, like rough user account amounts, like, you know what I mean. We can whack that in there afterwards. That's cool. That's cool. It's always good to skim over a couple of questions. Like I said, we're going to be putting the link to the original GTA Fucker video. Oh, one thing we were going to cover that we haven't yet, which was, let me just do this again very quickly. This here, I'll transfer it across so we can see it. But there was a tool back in the day called the Black Box Project, is it, or something?
Ah, Black Box.
Is it Black Box Project or?
I do remember.
GTA 5
was...
Black Box Project, made by Chrome, SMODs, and James T.
Yes, that was if not the first, one of the first GTA tools. The thing that was unique about it was the
features. It says GTA 1.12, so it's way back in the day.
Oh shit, that would have been the first then.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. And we've got vehicle.
I can't say 100%, but all the things in it were basically things that were never in any other tool. Like the tools would have, they would be like save game editors, basically. That's why I can't say it was the first kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And this has got the get players. It's got invincible vehicles, random color vehicles. Change your model, obviously, to the alien or whatever. And that's got to be something that Chrome was using whilst he was in amongst the devs in Rockstar, to be honest, because it was so, like you said, it was so early on, and they were promoting, weren't they? You know what I mean, when he jumped in there back in that day.
Yeah, basically that was really, really early days.
Yeah.
And teleport players and stuff was not in anything. That was one of the last things Chrome really gave to the public, because, like most things, it got pulled apart and everything just got pulled out of it.
Yeah, definitely. When you release
it's
something
like
that,
JTAG Sidekick.
Yeah.
Everybody uses. A lot of people use that. I see that in pictures all the time. I've seen people that say they hate the Africans and they're using that to check their key vaults. You contradict yourself a little bit, but I'll just let you keep doing your thing.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, there you go then, people. There's another little bit of information that not a lot of people probably know. That, yeah, the first ever proper, real tool for GTA was made by Chrome and James. So yeah, man, we're pretty much wrapping it up now, mate. It's going really well, man. I've had an awesome night. It's been really good.
We must have a special listener, because James said this month over 400 users on Engine.
There you go. Over 400 users on Engine. Oh, well, hi James anyway. I hope you're having a good day at work.
Yeah, you must have just tuned in quickly.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Man's on a ciggy break. It's all good.
Yeah, probably.
It's all good, man. It's all good. So, how many people was that? That's done. What do you feel is the biggest challenge you've faced to keep the menu up and rocking, basically?
I guess there isn't really any massive challenges. Like,
I suppose being
security
with
and
NiNJA as well.
like,
yeah, with NiNJA as well. I suppose that helps a lot with the uptime and shit like that as well. Like,
yeah, like obviously we don't manage NiNJA's server, so.
No.
But even for NiNJA, like their biggest hassle would be keeping their servers running and things like that, and that's I wouldn't really call that a hassle in this technical world. Like, it's a couple of buttons.
Yeah. You just got to
things running.
Keep it monitored, basically. That's the.
Yeah, basically monitoring things correctly.
Yeah.
If you're going to go out, make sure you know what I mean. You got things set up so you'll get a message if something does happen.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense, mate. Well, I mean, I've got. Let me just have a quick look here. I've got a few other questions. No, I think we've covered the majority of the questions in our chat, as well as everything else, like, which is always nice.
Oh, it's good to have a chat.
Yes, mate, it's been awesome, dude. I've got one more question, basically, which is, do you have any other services that you'd like to plug? But I'm pretty sure you're going to say Africans all the way. End of.
Yeah, it's basically just GTA v Engine. That's how we roll.
Yeah. Right, well, it's been awesome having you on, dude. And like I said, we've been at it for nigh on 4 hours, mate. So I think it's pretty much time to wrap it up.
It is, man. I appreciate you having me on. Sorry I made you wait a year.
Mate, it's all good. Like I said, it's something that I did ask you guys, but like I said, at the time I was still very much in bed with Purge, and I'm sure you guys had your reservations, which is fully understandable. But as you can see, I've tried to develop my platform. I haven't tried to be a Purge fanboy or anything like that. I haven't come here to attack anyone.
Your own entity, mate. Oh,
exactly, and that's where SMOD has progressed to, which is always a nice thing, man. It's just, like I said, mate, we're still rocking like 35, 40 odd viewers, mate, and it's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning in the UK. You know what I mean? It's just crazy the support that the streams get and all that sort of stuff. So thank you everyone that tunes in, and thank you everyone that fucking likes the video, shares it out. It's been fucking awesome. I appreciate
all of you for tuning in, especially the Aussies that got up with me.
Yes,
you guys are awesome.
Definitely. Like, Sam and all you, Shane, mate, fucking awesome. You guys getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning to come and do a random stream with an English dude. This pommy cunt's happy, mate.
It's been a good time, man. I appreciate it.
It's been awesome, brother. It's been awesome. Right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack up the picture of the SMOD giveaway, and in fact, no, what we'll do is we'll finish off with some music, and then at the end of the stream I'll put the SMOD giveaway up, so you guys can double check out all those prizes. Thank you to you guys for donating to 1 week tokens for Ninja and Africans as well.
All good, buddy.
Also, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to do the stream with Africans, so if you want me to use Africans in the live Christmas one, then I might need a couple extra days, dude.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, we can sort something out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, man. I'll be rocking it with Purge on the Christmas stream. Stelio's going to be there because obviously he donated and stuff like that, and like loads of that stuff. Enforcer's going to be there. XB Online's there. Tony's there. Like I said, I'll drop you the link after we've finished as well, mate, so you can jump in as well if you fancy it. I'll drop it to James as well if you guys want to jump in. It's going to be nothing but love in there. Any drama at all, man. And I will kick anybody out of that fucking stream. I don't care who they are. No one's going to kill my Christmas stream, that's for sure. You know what I mean? So it's all good. I'm going to get this music up and running, if I can find it, that is. Where is my music folder? Of course it's not wherever I fucking put it. It never is it? It's never that easy. Music stream. Right, let's put that on there. And let's end this shit with some music. Oh, fuck off. Fucking, I tell you what, having 2 media players within Windows was a fucking joke. I don't know why they bothered. What was wrong with media player? And now we've got groove music. Ah man, Microsoft, you do my head in. But anyway, right, add that to that. That's on there. Cool. Let's turn that up. And I think we are pretty much out of here. Yes, there's the music. Mate, if you want to mute your microphone, I'll do the same to me. Thank you very much, everyone, for turning up. It's been fucking awesome. Big ups to the Africans for doing it. One love, man. One love. Speak to you all soon.